So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to start by introducing the premise of the scenario. In 2008, Dr. Philip B. Neubauer treated all of you for your problems with terrible night terrors and nightmares by building emotional bonds between you. The therapy was a success. Nowadays, your group no longer has any night terrors, but still, you keep in touch and get together once a year in memory of Dr. Neubauer. This year, however, you haven't been able to meet yet for various personal reasons. Unfortunately, something tragic has brought you back together. Amber Kellman, the youngest of the old therapy group, has committed suicide.
Said her name was Amber?
Amber Kellman, yes.
Okay.
So,
that's the picture that we have in our
yes,
handouts.
That is correct.
Okay.
Now allow me to. One of you received a text message from Amber on August 7th. But it's been a week since Amber's funeral, and it is the end of October of 2025 on the outskirts of Bangor, Maine. Amber's parents have invited you to their house to thank them for your support at this time of sorrow, but also to ask for your help. And just so you know, this is an actual image of Bangor, Maine.
Oh, that's sick.
Yep.
Where Julie the Cat Gaffney is from.
Yep, exactly.
All my Mighty Ducks 2 fans out there will know that reference.
Yep, exactly. So the Kellmans live in a luxury housing complex. You know that Amber's father, and one of you, it's your father as well, is a retired television writer. And the mother is a famous presenter who presents a sensationalist TV show.
Sensationalist TV.
They're sitting on the couch in the living room with you, and the father is, Amber's father is kind of, his shoulder, or his arm is around his wife, who holds tissues in her hand. And they tell you... Sorry, what?
If I may get a slight clarification, we're all physically present in the living room, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You were all there for Amber's funeral, which was about a week ago, and the Kellmans have invited you to their house because they wanted... First, the father says, I want to thank you all. Losing a daughter, especially to something as horrible as suicide, is emotionally gut-wrenching, as you can imagine. We're just heartbroken and confused. Why did she do this? We don't understand. But we wanted to thank you for being there for us and always being there for Amber. But we also wanted to ask for your help. Do any of you want to say anything?
Of course, we're always willing to help you, no matter what.
It's important to us too. Yeah, I'd like to help her. Help y'all out, if only for her.
Well, we want help finding out what possible reason she could have had to do this. Whether it was something she said, like something going on that we didn't know about, or something. There's got to be something that we are not getting, or because the police just chalked it up as a suicide, and well, that's all we get from them. And you can imagine the TV station, if this story of a young woman committing suicide in one of the bigger towns in Maine goes public, they'll jump on that story, and so we trust you to be less ready to capitalize on a tragedy striking our family like this.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was going to look into it even if you hadn't asked us to, because this is so far out of left field from Amber that it didn't sound right when I read the papers, when I heard the news.
Yeah, well, all we know is that Amber was working on an article. As you all know, she was a journalist. She hadn't been answering our calls for a couple months. The mother interrupts, just blowing into the tissues. Like, she's barely able to, like, keep herself from loudly sobbing. But that wasn't unusual when she's concentrating on a project for the newspaper. And the last we'd heard from her was an email on October 8th, just early this month. She just told us that she'd be coming home after a work trip.
Do you know what she was writing the article on?
No, she didn't say, and like I said, we hadn't
Talked to her.
Yeah, she hadn't returned our calls for several months before that.
Right. I didn't know if maybe when she was first getting into the assignment, if she had mentioned anything.
Well, keep a note of that. You might want to put that,
Well,
and I'm saying that as a keeper.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yep.
I'm going to assume that I probably talked to the parents about this, since you're my parents too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have said the rest of the group would know.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of you guys would know that,
No, I meant, well, I'll just say then.
Yeah, that Ray, Cheese's character, is, Amber's twin brother. Yeah.
Yeah, but Cheese might be talking about something else.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the phone call part.
Oh, are you asking about that?
I'm just assuming the rest of the group doesn't know, but I'm assuming the parents would. So I'm just gonna...
Yep, they,
I've been standing in the corner this whole time, and hearing all that talk, I finally kind of lose it again, and I knew I should have answered the goddamn phone when she called. She said it was something important.
She wasn't picking up our calls, but we figured that was just typical. She always does that when she's working on a project.
Trying to not interrupt the mother, I walk closer to, Geez, what was your character's name again?
Ray.
Ray. I walk over to Ray, quietly ask you something about remember her talking about some place in our dreams. Then please continue, Reptile.
Yep. So, do you guys want to ask any questions?
Ray, did she tell you what she was working on?
No, we fell out of contact
Okay.
for a while, and I get a call from her October 1st, just a week before she, well, you know, before
Right.
she killed herself. And she left me a voicemail. She said she needed to talk to me about something important. I never called her back.
We all should have done. We all should have done something.
You can't blame
She
yourself.
obviously was reaching out. She needed me and I wasn't there.
We
You
should
don't
have.
know that that's what she was calling you about.
We should have reached out more. I mean, maybe if we called more often, she would have picked up.
Can't blame yourself for this.
One of you guys want to make me a psychology roll?
I can do it.
Psychology?
Yep. Just psychology. Okay.
I'll give it a try. Frick it. Eesh.
Okay. Let's see. Eric, do you want to push that, or does anybody else have a higher psychology skill? Okay. What I will give you is, I'll give you guys something if you ask about the unanswered calls.
Ask the parents.
Yeah, about the calls, about their calls to Amber that Amber didn't pick up.
Tell me more about your. How many times did you try to contact Amber?
Usually at least once a week, and it wasn't that unusual, but when she was concentrating on a project, but I'll admit, she was a little upset with us after, because of a little family dispute. Nothing really all that important. We don't need to get into it now.
No, it is important.
And this is
I
where the
think you
psychology
maybe-
role comes in.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
You think I could get maybe some kind of bonus since she's
Yeah,
my
I'll-
mother?
yeah, I'll give you a bonus. So why don't you roll me a bonus die and see what happens? Because if you get a
Alright, so I just roll again and then click bonus.
yeah. 33. You realize that
Nice.
you know your mother and father. You know that
I
they
just gotta say, come
they-
on, Ma. These guys are like family. Family to me. They can handle it. Tell them.
Yeah, you can tell
We
that
just wanna
something specifically related to it embarrasses them, but they... Do you guys want to, so do you want to keep pressing that? So,
Yeah.
I mean, my police officer instincts are kicking in, and any information that we can get about this is important information, whether they think it's not important or not.
Okay.
I don't say that out loud. I'm just saying that as a player to
Yeah.
you guys.
Okay. So,
If you want to help us, or if you want us to help you, you have to help us a little bit.
okay.
Yeah, I was just
okay.
going from the angle that they shouldn't feel embarrassed around
Yep. They also feel
these people.
incredibly, you can tell they feel incredibly guilty because, well,
Of course.
Amber, as you know, Carmen, she always wanted to be a mother, and we found her looking into fertility clinics to go through and become a mother, but we were very concerned about the difficulties that she would face raising a child by herself, and in the heat of things, we threatened to disinherit her if she had a child as a single mother. And at this, they break down in tears, and the police the only thing they told us is that Amber had suffered a miscarriage shortly before she was gone. It was a premature stillbirth delivered without medical assistance. And given that Amber was not attracted to men, it just seems strange that she was pregnant to begin with.
Did she say how far along she was? 'Cause I saw her in early summer and I didn't notice anything.
Well, she must have been, given that she apparently gave birth in early October to a premature, she was probably would have been early this month. They said she was probably about 5 months along. And I guess above all, we just want to we want to know that we want to know that we didn't. It wasn't us. It wasn't that she didn't commit suicide because of what we said or did.
Is there any way that you allow us access to her apartment?
Of course. Of course.
I'd like to take a look around at least.
Okay, so this is going to be a
I
different
can take us
location.
there.
Because this is the parents' house. Amber lived in an apartment elsewhere, so you guys, you're gonna head over there?
Unless there's anything else that we need to talk to the parents about.
You get the feeling that they've
Not
told you
really.
everything they know. So
Yeah.
this is the exterior.
Ray, you said you'd drive us?
Well, I could let us in. I got a spare key.
You
to-
got a spare? Okay, cool.
Well, actually, I don't know if I really do, but I'm saying I probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. I mean, you guys weren't particularly close, so she probably changed her locks. But the parents have a spare key, and they're able to
Oh, okay.
help. So you guys,
Actually, don't even know if I have a car either.
I've got a car.
Yep.
I'm sure I've got a car.
Oh, absolutely. At least one of you
On
are.
a
Yep.
on a
feel like
police
I have a
officer's
98
fucking pay,
Toyota
I've got a Lamborghini.
I'm a psychologist. I probably ride a Harley.
I mean,
Yeah.
what
Hell
police
yeah.
department do you work for? The Miami Police Department?
No, the Bangor, Maine Police Department. We're rich out here, bruh.
I mean, because the Miami Police Department actually does have Lamborghini.
Yep. Because I know you
Oh, I
have
know.
you have contacts in the Boston PD. So
Is that what police department I'm from, or am I actually
it
from
doesn't say.
Bangor?
So I'd
Okay.
imagine
All right,
probably.
we'll just say we're from Boston since I got contacts there.
Yeah. Yep. And the rest of
We're
you,
from Boston.
Boston. But
We're still driving
you're-
Chevy Caprices over here.
you guys are all
Say
probably
still-
from in and around Bangor, Maine. Like that's probably where you grew up.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna say I drive a 2004 Ford Explorer then.
okay.
Fuck yeah.
You guys can put your cars in your kind of possessions, just in case it matters later.
What would I drive?
Just feel like a former child actor would have some random shit like that.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, if you're a police officer, you need a Crown Vic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I driving my fucking duty car though, or am I driving my personal car?
Probably.
No.
Yep.
You,
Go ahead.
You got the
Crown
Crown
Vic.
Vic at a discount when the precinct was giving them up.
Yeah.
It's a freaking, it's like the Bluesmobile.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
It even has the giant freaking horn on top of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it makes the old timey horn sound.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It sounds like fucking Ecto 1.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you guys going straight up into her apartment?
Yeah, I guess I don't really
Okay.
say, hopefully we find something.
So it is
That's
a small,
lovely,
bright,
picture of a
and,
bust of Satan.
and yeah, it's
Sorry.
it's a small, bright, and airy apartment. Studio apartment where the kitchen, living room, and bedroom all share the same space. The light from a flashing neon sign for a steakhouse on the opposite sidewalk filters through the window. The sound of traffic and the smell of the steakhouse and cleaning products flood your nostrils. The only furniture in here that you can see is a table, a desk, a television, an unmade bed, and a wooden bookshelf crammed with books. You can also see a bathroom where the cracks between the floor tiles are still stained with old blood.
We know how
That
much you killed
was-
yourself?
Yeah, I was just about to ask
You
how and where.
do not, from
Sounds
what,
like the bathroom.
yeah, the police said that that they found her dead in her apartment.
Okay, can I get into like police/detective mode and start like looking around? I guess maybe
Yeah.
doing some spot hit-ins or something, maybe, or
Yeah,
I don't know
well,
what you want me to do.
I'll tell you what. Just tell me where you're looking, because some of the things here can be found without.
Spot hidden.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Well,
just
so does the door come into the kitchen and then it kind of rotates around to the right, kind of how we're looking at this picture?
yeah.
Okay.
The kitchen.
So I guess
Yep. Yeah.
when
You
I first. Go ahead.
Yep. Table. There's a table, a desk, and then a TV. You can see the unmade bed in the background, and there's a wooden bookshelf
Okay.
in kind of the
So-
studio area.
But we walk in through the kitchen. That's basically what I want to know. Because if
Yeah.
that's the first room I see, that's the first room I'm going to be just kind of starting to look over.
Everything looks surprisingly clean. Like there's not really. Like there's not just like
Nothing
old.
of interest.
Yeah, there's Nothing.
Okay.
It just it's very clean. Doesn't seem like anything was left out or.
What about on the table? I'm essentially looking for notes, journals, anything handwritten from God, I can't remember, Amber.
Okay, so beside the desk there is a corkboard which is completely bare. At a quick glance, you notice that there's a post-it that's fallen between the desk and the wall. And when you look at it, you can make out that it's definitely Amber's handwriting.
Okay. What's it say? Oh.
Take a look.
Okay. A post-it note found in Amber Kellman's apartment. It reads, "My little one has awoken. They wait for him in the forest. My little one has awoken. His cry makes the stars shine. O mother with the dark face, make my baby sleep. O mother with the dark face, among the moss and the grass. My little one has awoken. He waits for you in the forest. O mother with the dark face, he cries to have you close."
You note
I
that.
read that out loud.
Yeah. So you note that. Actually, someone make me an intelligence or a track roll.
Track?
Yeah, track or intelligence.
Okay. Let's see. What's my intel?
Okay.
I got
That's
it.
just like a base stat?
Yeah, Cody.
Oh, you got it?
You notice
Let's
that
go.
that the desk is very clean and tidy, but apart from that and the bathroom, the rest of the apartment is very dusty and is actually untidy. That was my bad. But yeah, aside from the desk and the bathroom, it looks like everything else kind of has a thin coating of dust on it.
Like she hasn't been here for a while, but when she was here, she was just at those in the bathroom and at the desk.
Yeah, possibly.
Kind of. Well,
Yep.
yeah, that's a possibility. One of the
Yeah,
possibilities.
so
Can I search the desk?
yeah, that's what you find specifically.
Okay.
Like behind the desk, that fallen post-it note.
Alright. Right. Gonna go look in the
What-
bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
So-
was going to say next. Yeah.
Let's see. You find old bloodstains, but you don't find anything else. It all seems very clean and neatly organized. Like,
Can I, tell from... you said there's just bloodstains, in between a tile. It looks like it's been cleaned, but not, perfectly cleaned, essentially?
yeah, it looks like it's,
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to tell from how the blood is laying or anything, how she killed herself or anything. I wouldn't.
You
be
would
able to be
imagine
it's
you would im-
splattered this way, so
yeah,
or anything like that.
Yeah, you would imagine that it was probably, she probably, cut open her wrists,
Okay.
which, by the way, having, had to cut through someone's, a cadaver's wrist, it's, the fascia there is really thick, so it takes a lot to actually
Yeah.
get down through, to the blood vessels there.
Yeah, it's not good.
But,
Okay.
Lengthwise
So
is
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
wrong way. Sorry.
what other, there are a couple of things that you haven't checked, because so far you've checked the desk and the bathroom.
Well, I said I did want to check the table.
Okay, on the coffee table there's
and
there's a pile of letters.
Okay.
The most interesting items are the bank statements, which detail the latest credit card transactions. Allow me to show that to you.
Okay, found in Amber's apartment. The bank statement reads April 12th, 1,490 Amalthea Fertility Clinic. August 5th, $60 gas station. August 6th, $280 Frenchman's Cabins, Austin. August August 7th, 54 Beetroot Cafe, Austin. 170 Austin Sport, Austin. August 8th, $80 Bassett's Garage, Austin. Austin, like another city in
Yeah, it's a small town up in the far north of Maine, close to the border with Canada. Now,
maybe.
Sorry, go ahead.
Would
Yeah, go ahead.
Would Austin be anywhere near the place that Cody was talking to Amber about?
That's something that you'll have to look more into. Like maybe search around the room more.
Where is Amalthea Fertility Clinic located?
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be able to like pull out my phone and start Googling where Amalthea Fertility Clinic is.
What you end up finding is that their office is listed as closed. Like,
interesting. Can I do a little bit more digging and find out when they closed?
Yeah, let me make sure I have. Yeah, it closed at the end of August. The building where it used to be is now being renovated, and there's no sign of the previous tenants. And their website only shows a picture of a smiling pregnant woman with no links or addresses.
So the payment went through before they closed?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not... I mean, it's suspicious that they're closed, but it's not... Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
if you look... If you want to do...
went through while they're still a company.
You can do a library use roll, because keep in mind, you do have the internet, and library use is basically... It's still used for...
It is library science.
Yeah.
Yeah, effectively, like, the library use score is critical success.
Library science. I have an aunt who has a degree in library science.
Nice. Okay, so, Cody, you note that you find the company register. The business appeared to be registered as a corporation which was dissolved 2 months ago. At the end of August.
Huh.
Does it say who owned it?
With the critical success, I will give you that.
He said it's library science.
So
that was awesome.
You find out that a man named Alexander Neville is the one who established the clinic. Now, normally I wouldn't give that to you, like that isn't something that's lit, but a critical success gets you, it always gets you something a little extra.
Yeah.
So,
what'd you say his name was?
Tax documentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say his name was?
Alexander Neville. Yeah. I'll put it in chat.
Alexander Neville. And you said what was his position?
He was the one who founded the clinic.
Founder. Okay.
So there's a few things you still haven't checked out in this room.
Is this just a stock photo, or is that book on the counter table actually a thing?
There is...
Coffee table, sorry.
There's a bunch of books in here. Yeah. If you look at it, you see that it is a book about churches and monasteries in North America.
I immediately pick that up and start flipping through it.
So, you don't find anything in this particular book, but you quickly notice that on the bookshelf, in addition to a bunch of books related to motherhood and pregnancies, there's even more, there's a couple on dream interpretation, and a couple more guides on churches and monasteries. You take the time to flip through them. It takes you about an hour. You find one book specifically titled Guide to Chapels and Churches of Maine, in whose pages a fluorescent sticky marker stands out. The page marked concerns St. Paul's Church in Austin, a town located in the extreme north of Maine, close to the border with Quebec. On the page, you find... Let me make sure which one is it. Okay, handout 2. See. Well, specifically Eric, you find a picture of the chapel, of that chapel, and it looks very, very, very familiar.
Yep.
It looks exactly like the photo that Amber sent you.
If at all possible, I will go about the others and make them wear this and show them the image on my phone as well.
Okay.
Do you mind
I
sharing
will.
that? Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask, was that book one of the books that I suggested to her?
Yeah, you suggested a whole bunch of books.
Okay, and I'm going to assume that I recognize most of these books.
Yeah.
Or at
Yeah.
least a few of them.
So now that Eric has shared that he shared a text that he received from Amber on August 7th, which was also had a photo attached to it. You guys should be able to see those now.
Yep.
And then does anybody want to read? The text aloud for the class?
The text
Not it.
message?
Yep.
And it's on my phone, so I'll say it out loud.
There you go.
It's the first. Well, yeah. I'm not crazy. I found the place that appears in my dreams. Now, what do you say? What does it mean? I've got a feeling that I'm going to find the answer here. She sent me a picture of this church. It seems to be this one, and I poke at the picture in the book.
Yep, it's an exact match.
St. Paul's.
Yep. Though it looks
Okay.
like there's been some damage between the time that the photo in the book was taken and the time that
That's why
Amber
there's scaffolding up around the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Real quick, I guess before we do any leave or whatever, is there any books, strange looking books on her shelves that would lead to
Are you
something
asking-
about a mother with the dark face?
no.
I'm now looking through the books, looking at all the titles, seeing if there's anything that stands out.
No.
Anything on Eastern philosophy?
No, but yeah, you mainly find just books about motherhood and pregnancy, like what to expect.
Can I do a library use on the mother of the dark face and see if I can't find anything on?
You'd have to make me an occult roll,
Okay.
and I would require an extreme success.
Yeah.
But he can't just punch it into...
I mean, I
Religion
can,
with
but
it?
there won't be anything that comes up. And yeah, my occult's super low. I'm not gonna do that. Never mind then.
But as a police officer,
Only-
I'll tell you that
Only a regular success on the occult.
yep, you get that it might be just something. It could just be something that she dreamed up, that she's come up with for a figure in nightmares or just dreams.
But what I will ask Does Cody remember anything about this specific church, since she's the one who recommended it to Amber?
You recommended like a huge array of books, so you might know that this church is in Austin, Maine, and you recall hearing something about something that happened there. You can't recall the details, but you imagine if you were to look through like some newspaper archives somewhere in town, you might be able to find out exactly what you were thinking of. Now, Carmen, your police instincts tell you that one of the first places to start asking before you kind of fan out, to like look to kind of go kind of to other areas in the town, is to ask like the landlady and any neighbors if they heard or saw anything.
Yeah.
So
I will go to the person. Like, how's the apartment hall set up? Is she on the end? Is she in between two apartments? Or...
she's like on a floor of her own.
Okay.
Like it seems like this is a relatively small building, so it's kind of like it's almost like maybe one
Each
or two.
floor's an apartment.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
If you talk to the landlady, I'll assume that you're kind of just going around. Is that fair
I'm
to
asking anybody and everybody.
Yeah. So you find the landlady, Mrs. Marie, who lives on the ground floor. She tells you that she took care of picking up Amber's mail while she was away. And after the visit from the police, she left everything that she had collected from the mailbox on the table.
Okay.
But perhaps most interestingly, the person living directly below Amber's apartment recalls that on the day of the accident, he heard furniture being moved around in the night.
Strange.
Your next kind of thought, just to help you out, would be looking at an autopsy report. And you, as a police officer, you know that you would have to get permission from the local PD, but being a police officer yourself, you'd imagine
pretty easy.
Yeah, you'd imagine you could kind of use your badge to like look see if you could get the autopsy report in the police file.
I'll make a call ahead before I even drive up to the police department and let them know I'm coming.
Okay. They just say 10-4. We'll have that information available to you. I'm gonna say that you talked to somebody you knew as a kid, like an older... He's now like kind of a desk jockey. He's not a kind of active field, but like you knew him when you were growing up here.
Officer Hernandez.
Yeah. Man, I can't remember the last time I saw you.
Desk is because he took an arrow to a knee.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with that. Damn kids and their arrows.
He could have been an investigator, but he took a donut to the mouth.
That's so good. Now,
that's hilarious.
Several.
I'll say, thanks, Luis. I owe you one.
No problem. Don't mention it. Amber, I know, was, you were very close, and anything I can do to help is good. Now, Ray, I'm gonna say that, you know that Amber drove a metallic blue Volkswagen Golf.
So what am I doing with this information?
I'm just telling you,
Check to see if her card's still there.
It's not. But, do you guys all go to the police, department? And
Yeah, I tell him that I can get the file on her
Was her
autopsy
car, like,
if you guys want to come
impounded
with
or-
me.
I
well,
was actually going to suggest if we could drop by the impound lot as well. That would probably be a good place to look.
yep, you talk to the guy, metallic blue, Volkswagen. We don't have anything in the records here, sorry. Now, I'm gonna say that, Cody, that early critical library use roll is gonna give you, a quick search through online news and papers. You find out that in the 80s there were 3 deaths on the outskirts of Austin caused by brown bear attacks. And in 1987, there was a fire in St. Paul's Church. I will share the article with you. Does anybody want to read that out loud for the class?
The
A church
bears are
in
eating
Austin.
people and then starting fires.
A church in Austin, to the north of Aroostook, caught fire on Tuesday night. The cause of the fire is still unknown. Firefighters fought the blaze upon arriving at the scene, but it was already too late. According to Chet Derryware,
What a name.
fire.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
Yes. Holton Fire Chief. The fire started in 2 different places at the same time. However, it is too early to draw any conclusions. At this time, no victims or injuries have been reported.
And you also find out that the Bangor Gazette, the local town's newspaper, you realize that this was the digital newspaper that Amber worked at as a reporter and writer. I'm gonna let you. Do you want to go there while Robo goes to the PD?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the PD. You are able to get the autopsy report. It notes that her body shows signs of a recent miscarriage without medical assistance. Apparently, the miscarriage happened spontaneously at the 5th or 6th month of pregnancy. The death was classified as a suicide. The body had deep cuts in the wrists, made with a sharp object. But, interestingly, at the end of the report, there was a note from the doctor who carried out the autopsy. The body presents with small perforations the size of a needle, but the analysis confirms the absence of drugs in the blood. In some of the holes, some organic residue is found that cannot be identified. I believe it is a type of organic plant matter. No further relevant information. And then, in the police file, you find among the case notes that personal items belonging to Amber Kellman were found in the apartment. Driver's license, credit cards, and house keys. However, they could not find her cell phone, nor any type of electronic device. Neither was there any sign of her car keys, though the police ruled out robbery as some cash and valuable jewelry was still found in the apartment. But
They couldn't find her cell phone or her car keys.
yeah, or any type of electronic device.
Okay.
So like no tablet, no laptop.
Yeah. Yep. Something that a journalist would have.
Oh yeah, and so now Cody, you get to the city center where the Bangor Gazette has its headquarters. Yes, Bangor Gazette, can I help you?
Hi, I was wondering if I could talk to you about a former employee of yours, an Amber Kellman.
Oh yes, she quit on August 1st without. She gave no 2 weeks notice or any explanation. She just quit.
Yeah, do you have anything of hers still?
Unfortunately, we do not. But I can I can tell you who she was working with most recently.
Well, that would be very kind of you.
Let me. Get the name. Yep. Bruno Wachowski.
Okay, thank you so much. Is Bruno here today?
He is not. He's out. But
Would you mind giving me his contact information?
not at all. Is this related to Amber in any way? I hope she's doing all right.
Possibly.
Okay, well, she gives you his phone number.
Alright. Cody's gonna walk outside and then call Bruno's number.
It rings a couple times. Yellow?
Hi, Bruno. This is Cody Nelson. I'm
Gotcha! Gotcha! This is,
I hate those
leave a message at...
fucking voicemails.
Leave a message.
Fuck it. Ah.
I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Waiting for the beep.
Beep!
Hi, Bruno. This is Cody Nelson. I'm calling on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Kellman. They seem to be having some trouble finding their daughter, Amber. I went and they asked me to help, and I went and talked to the Gazette, and they said that you were the last person that you worked with. If you have anything on what she was working on or anything, can you drop me a line and tell me what's up? Thanks.
Voicemail box is full. Your message was not recorded. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That would have been really mean, but it would have been really funny.
Oh my god.
So, what do you guys want to do now?
Do we want to go to the church? Oh wait. Hold on. Okay. I need to figure some shit out. Is St. John's or St. Paul's is in Austin, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
St. Paul's is in Austin, Maine.
Okay. I think before we go to the church, maybe we check out the Frenchman cabins and like the places that she went to in Austin.
Or
Set's garage.
Okay.
They might have
And I want to
an
check
idea
out
on-
the diner too.
Okay.
Yeah, Beirut
the
Cafe.
fertility clinic, was that in Austin?
You don't know because all of the
and it's
information was
closed.
all of the information on like its original address and everything. It's
Like,
not
out of
listed.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They closed down at the end of August.
So we couldn't even go there to get any information, unfortunately.
I mean, if
That's
you
what I
guys
wanted
went
to do
there,
first.
you would see that it's in the middle of renovations as the new tenants are moving in, and there's absolutely no sign of a fertility clinic.
Bill probably did find the information given that from the Internet Archive.
Yeah, exactly. You drew up some stuff, but it looks like they were pretty thorough.
Yep.
So, you guys heading to Austin?
I'd say
guess so.
reconvene and head to Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody hit the bathroom and pack a granola bar.
Speaking of, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I actually have to go pee as well.
Yep, everybody, yeah, if you need to take a break, this is a good time.
I'm gonna give me some water.
Yep.
So quite the opposite of what these other choose.
Yep, and you guys are just listening to the radio as you drive off to Austin. And I will also
Some
be...
lo-fi road beats.
Yep, exactly. I'll be right back.
And it was just me sitting here talking to myself like Jeff Goldblum in the famous Jurassic Park scene.
Once everybody's back, we will we'll get started, or we'll continue.
I am back.
Cut. So, yep. Just waiting on Dreamer, Cheese, and Robo.
I mean, it was a good time for a bathroom break.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, because you guys are now on the highway. Making your way towards Austin, because it is in the far north of Maine. So
I mean, I wouldn't call those highways.
let me see what I'm gonna look at the.
I mean, I've been up in the interior of Maine. There's not. I would not call those roads highways.
Yeah, it's about 187 miles, or rather, yeah, so like about a little over 4 hours drive. Yep. Yeah, it's mostly small roads, but you take the highway as long as you're able to.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably go up 95. Yeah, you could go up 95 pretty far, and then...
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay. Yep, you guys are just... We've got the radio on.
We just lost Cheese.
Oh,
Yep.
Yep.
I think you should be back.
Yeah. And just one thing to keep in mind, remember that the parents suggested that you keep this investigation discreet. I'm just letting you know, just in case it has relevance for how you approach things.
I mean, yeah, I'm not on the case, so...
Yeah.
Sorry for the delay.
No worries.
You're alright.
Where did Cheese go?
Good question. Maybe internet, messing up.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I will move
He
you
left.
to, a nice scenic view of, where you are in Maine. Austin. You arrive around sunset.
So like 4 o'clock.
I'd say like, yeah, something like that.
It being farther north and being later in the year.
Oh yeah. Honestly, this should be covered in snow, but based on
there shouldn't be, those leaves should be all gone.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. The people who wrote this are like, this was a Spanish game like company, so I think they just
Yeah, this would be like early September.
Yeah, this would be early
Late
September,
August?
late August. But you'll see why it has to be a little finagled once Cheese gets back.
I mean, it's totally fine. It's just
Yeah.
I
I grew up in New
cousins who-
England, so
Yeah, I have a cousin who grew up in Maine, so I've been up to Maine.
yeah. I didn't actually go to Maine often, though I at least went to what was it? Forgetting the name of the town. It's like the big.
Portland?
Yeah, I think it was Portland.
Yeah, because Portland's like the biggest city that's like just into Maine.
Yeah, I've never been into like the wilderness of Maine, but it's a good place to set a scenario since there's actually still a good amount of wilderness.
Oh yeah.
Which, as you guys are heading into the town, you note that there's a lot of woods around here. Just like it's not urban in the least.
Yep. I mean, speaking on good locales for this stuff to happen, Appalachia is an amazing locale for this kind of stuff.
that'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
dope.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'd love to be
there ain't nothing out
set in
there.
Appalachians, nope.
oh yeah, and
And the people there are weird enough.
oh yeah.
Yep.
Now
Yes,
throw
they are.
Cthulhu in there. How about some of that
I wanna-
Cthulhu there?
I went on a
That
couple
guy's-
mission trips to Kentucky.
Cheese is
and
back.
That place is amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Cheese.
So, you guys arrive.
Hear me alright?
Yep.
Yep, we
Yep.
hear you. Can you
Sorry,
hear
my
us?
internet temporarily.
Oh yeah, no worries.
No worries. We were just driving to Austin.
I
We
guess
just
it's working.
Yeah, about a 4-hour ride. So you guys are getting there. It's into the evening, and you this town is right on the Chippegoat River, which you can see there's a lot of like canoe rental services. Obviously not active right now because it's close to winter. But as you drive into town, you see that there's a large banner announcing the start of winemaking season and the Grape Festival.
Cool stuff.
So, as you roll into town, you see a huge oak vat where a huge group of local townspeople are stomping on grapes to the sound of violins and wind instruments.
Oh my
And
god.
they're singing old colonial-style folk songs.
I literally just had a flashback to Grape Lady.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw this in the book as well. But
That is so funny.
God, I wish I had that on the soundboard. But unfortunately,
Oh
I
my
do not.
God.
I should have. But
I feel like that was even in Maine.
Yeah, probably.
Like that news thing. I'm looking it
Yeah.
up right now.
Cody, do you want to make me an occult roll or a history roll?
Yeah, I'll make you a history roll.
Oh, wow. That is an extreme success. So, this...
I extremely think that it shouldn't be grapes in Maine, but
yeah, but this
I mean,
reminds you...
apples I could totally see, but
Yeah. But then again, you know that that's definitely strange, but this ceremony reminds you of a rain dance, which is traditional in many Native American cultures. You can even see some of the townspeople wearing animal masks, which you note are very similar to the totems of the people of First Nations. And along the main streets, there are several groups of people playing music and drinking. All the businesses are closed.
All right, so that happened in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Festa de uva. Yeah.
So,
rather interesting time for a festival.
yeah, this is just because Shadowlands games are based in Spain and don't,
I know, that's just Cody.
yeah.
But speaking out loud, going to, there must be some weather oddities here. Or maybe they have some greenhouses. I'm not going to look into it too much.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't read into it too
so,
hard.
You guys are witnessing these festivities, like, I imagine, just due to the kind of crowds in the main streets, you kind of have to, like, pull over and, like, kind of parallel park on one of the main roads.
You mean the 2-lane road with no shoulder?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
you can't see most of the roads from this particular photo, but
No, it's going to be a small road.
Yeah.
There's going to be barely anywhere to pull off, but there's going to be somewhere to pull
yeah.
off.
I mean, this town is surprisingly big. I based because they don't have any actual pictures of Austin in the book, so I just took a town that is actually very similar in size in population to what's reported for Austin. And it's also in roughly the same location, called Fort Kent.
And there's a river right next to it.
Yep, exactly. So,
Perfect.
anyways, in the central square, which is opposite the church, you see the town mayor. Mr. Neville! Mr. Neville! You hear people saying. They're shouting, trying to get...
Hold up. No, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, and he says, everybody, calm down. There will be plenty of wine from the winery to go around, but right now is the time for the honorary prize to the farm with the most calves born this year, which, shockingly, has been the most prosperous year Austin has ever known. And he announces a name, and this just kind of humble-looking farmer is beaming with pride as he gets handed this this medal that has kind of a just like a depiction of a cow on it. Now, somebody want to make me a spot hidden?
Fuck.
Guess I might as well.
Cody, you see a man, very disheveled looking. He's got kind of a scruffy looking beard and beanie. He's wearing a hoodie, and you can see a police officer putting him in cuffs. And kind of taking him away to the local police department.
Huh. That's weird. They were taking someone away out of the crowd. I wonder what he did.
Probably
And
drank too much wine.
yeah, you guys,
Yeah, you
now
get these
it's
small town types. It could have been anyone. Could have been anything.
yep. Now you guys note it is starting to get. It's starting to get dark. Like it's starting to become like night. You might want to find a place to rent.
Stay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should check out the Frenchman's cabins.
Okay. So
What about the what's it? The cafe.
you noted that
How late is it?
well, even when you arrived in the like late afternoon, early evening, you noted that all of the businesses appeared to be closed for the festival. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Dude.
Yeah, wonder if we'd be able to get a place at the cabins.
Do you want to head over there?
People booking it all.
I mean,
I can look up if they're open on Yelp.
Yep, they're open.
all right, yeah, let's head over
Yeah,
there.
let's head over there.
Okay. So, allow me to, it's looks like a holiday village of wooden cabins. It's just on the outskirts of town. The business is managed, it's a husband and wife. You come into the kind of business office and they greet you. Hello. Are you looking for a for a place to stay? Come in town for the Grape Festival, huh?
Yeah, we were in town
Yeah.
for the Grape Festival and just looking for a place to stay for the night.
Yeah,
Well,
you're.
You came
I
to the
got
right
an
place.
idea. Say, yeah, my sister was up here a few months ago, and she said she really loved it here. And she said her cabin had a really great view.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you know when was it?
Oh, it was
August
sometime.
6th.
Yeah, back in early August, she would have been up here, I think.
Oh, interesting.
She's actually my twin.
You
Looks
mean
a lot like me.
Oh, yeah, I
Her name was
remember.
Amber, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. So you get some information. She
Is there?
she rented. Yeah, she was staying. You mean you mean the one who was staying here for a week, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know why, this is the kind of husband and, father. She seemed very interested in the church chapel and discussing the priest. She kept referring to, the old priest, Arnold, Flaherty.
Yeah. Well, she
Turns out, I guess she
was
didn't
kind
know.
of a history buff.
Yeah, I guess she didn't know about what, guess she didn't know
and a
about the fire.
journalist.
Oh, yeah. So you guys want to kind of, interview them, so to speak?
And when you saw her last, how'd she look? Did she seem all right? I actually haven't spoken to her
Well,
in a little while now.
she came here on the 6th and, paid for a week up front, but on the morning of the 10th, she just called us from a withheld number, saying that she no longer needed the cabin. At least I assumed it was her, but couldn't really say for sure. And you said you're her brother?
That's right.
Well, are you here to collect her things?
her things. She left things behind.
Oh, that's, well, I expected she was gonna she was gonna send someone to collect her things, but nobody came.
I wasn't aware she left things, but I could take them. If that's okay with you.
Absolutely. Do you mind showing me some ID? He's just basically wanting to make sure that you're actually her brother and not just...
Some
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I'll show it to him.
Alright. Yeah, that's, So... Chloe also mentions, So on the night before she, or in the morning before she called us, she left real early, and that was the last time we saw her, but just before she left, I actually heard her talking on the phone. Can't remember much of the conversation, but from the little bit I heard, I think she must have been talking about a reservation to see some tourist attraction. It seemed like she'd lost her ticket and wanted to know if it would be a problem. At that time of year, there's a lot of guides who do canoe trips down the Chippewa River, and maybe that was it. But Jacob, the father, hands you an electronic tablet. It has some battery charge, but it's asking for a passkey to unlock it. Make me a luck roll.
Luck roll, alright. Alright, let's try the password. D's nuts.
Attempt 1 out of 3.
Oh no.
Do you want to try again?
Let's try both of these nuts.
Extreme success, yeah.
Let's go.
Both of these nuts saves the day
Let's
again.
go. Always.
So you're able to open up the tablet.
These will always saves the day.
So someone make me a spot hidden or a track roll.
Nice.
You note that there
Of course.
are. Sorry, go ahead.
I, of course, am dutifully not paying attention to anything and am just staring around the room anxiously. You're saying.
Yep. It's very funny. So you see small traces of chocolate and the fingerprints of a small hand on the tablet. You can hear two preteen boys kind of playing outside. Now, Ray, I assume you're the one looking at the tablet?
Yeah.
You realize that there are, as you're kind of looking through, you note that there are a lot of apps that you wouldn't expect your sister to use, like various mobile games. Like
Candy Crush. What the hell?
Candy Crush, Raid Shadow Legends,
Of course, rage.
yep. But
I'll ask the parents, who your kids, friends with?
oh, you didn't get their names. You can ask if. Yeah,
No,
we.
names. I was trying to remember Amber's name.
Oh, Amber. Yeah.
Is there any chance your kids hacked my sister's iPad?
That's closer to what I meant to ask.
He looks at the chocolate and the fingerprints. Is like, Eddie, Brandon. What is it, Dad? Come in here. What is it, Dad? Just come in here. Eddie and Brandon Fossard. Come in here now. And they come in, they're kind of like, they look very, embarrassed. Now, you remember that girl, Amber, who left some of her belongings back, when she, left, right? Yeah. Did you touch her tablet? No. Anybody want to make me like a psychology roll? And I'll give you a bonus. I'll give you 2.
Psychoanalyze, technically.
No. Psychology is used to like it can be used to like determine whether someone's lying or not. Psychoanalysis is more used for like trying to like understand someone's motivations. And you'll get a bonus die, or I'll say 2 bonus die because they're kids.
Reasonable. I mean, well, I'll do a psychology.
I rolled for it too.
I don't deal with kids.
Yeah, but you'll remember to roll 2 bonus die. And then...
Oh, 2 bonus die. How does one do that, technically?
Just click the bonus/penalty underneath your roll.
Dink.
Okay, so you got a 12, which is a hard success.
Wonderful.
This kid is lying through his teeth. Like, it couldn't be more obvious.
Evidence is stacked against your kid. Might as well just come clean.
Okay, yes, we used it, but you don't let us have an iPad. You don't let us play Fortnite and Raid. You say they cost too much money. Meh.
Turn to the parent. And you would be right with that.
Yep. That's because you kids don't know how much money, how hard money is to come by. You guys don't work, understandably, because you're 12. But we can't just be spending $100 on these fictional coins or whatever it is. That's just not. We're not rolling in dough, kids.
Would my character have ever dealt with anyone who suffered from gacha gambling addiction?
Quite possibly.
Yeah. That's chump change.
Yep. And, so, yeah, this kind of goes on and they kind of get, you know, they get an appropriate punishment, but, you still looking through the tablet?
Yeah.
Okay, so you look in the mail, like email, and you find an email that was received and if someone wants to read that email out loud for the class.
I'll read it. From Bruno Wachowski. Dear Amber, I don't know what you're getting into. I'm attaching some articles that might be of interest about the origins of Austin. We've only found information in one of the history books in the university, where it mentions an English fortification during the 7 Years' War. It seems that around that time, a regiment of men disappeared without trace. That would make a good article. You know how the boss likes topics related to the disappearance of the Roanoke colony. Maybe this story could make a whole documentary. Call me and tell me how your freelance life is going. Take care, Bruno.
Now, if you try to click the links to the that are in the email, it says these articles are no longer available. But let me.
Oh, now I want to look in her contacts for this
Yep.
Bruno.
Yep, you find Bruno Wachowski in her contacts, his email and his phone number, which Cody already has.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And so,
Oh, that's who he called earlier, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Okay,
They
yeah.
didn't answer.
you also in the sent messages, you find a message mentioning the Kellmans from October 8th. Someone want to make me a library use roll?
From October 8th.
Mm-hmm.
got it.
Okay, so you notice that this email in the sent messages folder was sent from a cell phone.
Ah, yes. It has sent from my iPhone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It says sent from my John Deere tractor. Yeah. And want to make me another library use roll? Extreme success. So you're going through this email account and you see that you can tell that a ton of messages have been deleted. And the last time the account was accessed was October 12th.
Someone
And
else
yeah,
has been using her.
and the browser search history shows recent searches related to Austin. And among them, you find the same article that you found in when you were doing your initial searching at her apartment. The one about a fire in St. Paul's Church. Lastly, you find there's a suitcase.
Let's open that bad boy up.
Okay.
Figured I'd probably be the one to open it.
Yep, so, inside, you see enough clothes for a couple of weeks away from home. And inside you find a book called Folklore and Legends of the Native Peoples of North America, written by one Arnold Flaherty. Some sections related to Austin are underlined.
This was the name of that, the old church pastor, right? That,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you guys want to look.
Folklore and legends of the native peoples of North America.
Yeah.
That seems so like Arnold.
Yeah.
I didn't have
He was
enough
always-
money to pay for it. Shit.
The H.
Nope.
Yep. Couldn't
Nope,
pay for the
couldn't pay
printing.
for it. They literally charged by the character. He was trying to cut out his.
That's so funny.
So,
Group did not leave their forces. They're isolated. Chippegoat?
yeah, the Chippegoat tribe.
Okay. Bipedal god with deer horns and goat's feet.
Cursory glance, I'm reminded of the satyr.
Mm-hmm.
which are also actually tied to fertility.
Yep.
Sauce in the north. Right. Stones. So followed by some secret cults. Ooh. Gotta like that.
Now, you guys also, there's one person that you haven't talked to, a member of the Flessard family. It's an older woman. She looks like she's almost 90.
I'm old.
Yep, exactly. Who are the new kids? We got visitors.
Scary old lady.
She actually looks surprisingly friendly, but
Like in Resident Evil 7.
she doesn't give you that vibe, luckily enough. But, do you guys want to talk to her?
I'll talk to her.
Hello? Hi, young man. You visiting the cabins?
Ma'am, I'm a woman, but no worries. Yeah, we're visiting the cabins.
You here in Austin, huh?
Yeah, we're here for the wine fest.
Oh, I remember when they first started the wine fest. I remember when this town there was only 800 people. It wasn't that long ago. It seems like people have just been like rabbits the past couple decades.
Yeah, that's what people do.
But I know a lot about the history of this town. You know, I remember back in the 80s, several hikers disappeared. Oh, that was a hectic time. Apparently some of their dismembered bodies were found near the forest around here. They say they were attacked by a bear, but I don't believe that hooey. You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think it was the forest phantoms.
What do you mean, forest phantoms?
I'm sure I saw them.
Spooky question.
I know some of the legends about this forest. In the forest, the trees travel fast.
What do you mean by that?
Hopefully you don't have to find out. Forgive me, my mind ain't everything it used to be. Someone want to make me, like, psychology roll?
Shit.
Psychology or like, first aid,
Shit. Alright, I'm not rolling anything ever again. In 2 games, I think I've had 1 success.
Okay, so Ray, you can tell this woman isn't all there. Like, seems like she's kind of mixing up timeline of memories. She's probably got Alzheimer's. I knew that old priest that guy was asking about. Priest of St. Paul's. Nice
You talking
young man.
about Father Flaherty?
Oh, yeah. I remember. Someone poisoned his dog, Queequeg. He told me about it on one of my visits to the church. I think it was just yesterday.
Why would someone want to poison his dog?
I don't know. There are some sick people out there.
That's true.
Okay.
I feel like maybe we've gotten all that we
Ask her.
can get from her. Oh, no?
Do you remember the fire? Do you know anything about that?
The fire, what was that? Like, couple months ago.
Oh, gosh.
It was awful. It was awful. Whole place kind of went up. Luckily, the fire department made sure they got here in time enough to save the building, but I wonder, I mean, I'm just glad Arnold, was okay, because I just saw him the other day.
Where'd you see him?
He came to visit. He's you've not met him?
I haven't had the pleasure yet.
He's a nice African-American gentleman, and you could tell that the Alzheimer's is probably kind of.
You cut out for a while, at least for me.
Sorry. Anybody else?
I missed a huge
Everything
chunk of what you
after
said.
an African American.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, yeah, she describes Arnold as a nice African American man. Just came by to check on the family the other day. She also described the fires as being just a few weeks ago.
Which happened in the 80s, years ago.
Yeah.
So, seems like we need to find whoever poisoned his dog.
Yeah, but also hasn't he been like gone for years?
You don't know.
Grandma
Get her
here
ass
seems
flipped
to
for it
not
again.
be confused in her timeline, so she might have seen him yesterday. Or it
Potentially.
might have been 40 years ago.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It could have been yesterday or 40 years ago. Well, I guess we head either in town to the diner and maybe the sports store and then the church, or we go to the church first and then go to the other two places.
I
It's
would
up to
say
you
go to
guys.
the diner first, since it's
Or
getting
we-
You go to the
Going to
diner and you see that the lights are all off, and there's a sorry, we're
I didn't
closed
mean
sign.
like.
Oh,
I mean right now.
you meant like tuck in for the night?
We're just talking about what we want to do.
Yeah.
let us get through the conversation first, and then we'll
My bad.
let you know.
I was-
It's
No,
okay.
Cody comes back and you just see her all frustrated. I'm like, damn it, I wanted some food.
I wanted a fucking coffee.
Could we
Ray,
add-
you have any of those granola bars?
Go ahead, Cheese.
I just gonna say, can we ask the people at the front desk the last time Arnold was around?
Oh,
Or if they know if Arnold still lives in the area, if he's...
oh, Arnold, that was such a tragedy. Fire, 1987. He was in there. But there's a priest who came in just shortly after Arnold passed. Father Bouchard. He came in here about 30 years ago. Nice man, he's a nice African-American man. You'll meet him if you go up to the church. Though he's probably tucked away for the night.
So Arnold wasn't an African American.
No, he was.
I would've
Arnold
guessed.
was a white guy.
I would have guessed with the last name of Flaherty.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Flaherty.
most Irish name I've ever heard, and this old lady's saying that he's an African American.
That's kind of why Cody was just not talking back to her. He's just like, no, this old lady is off her rocker.
Yeah.
And after their description of Father Bouchard, you get a feeling that she, in her kind of Alzheimer's
confused
mind,
him.
yeah, she confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confuse the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what would you guys want to do tomorrow morning when we wake up and leave?
Well, first, we should go to that diner and get some goddamn pancakes.
Yeah, go to the cafe first and get some breakfast.
Okay.
Some
Then we
eggs,
can head to
yes.
the church.
Okay.
Yeah. And that way we can
Yeah.
ask about Amber while we're there too.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's go sleep. Reconvene in the morning.
As you're out, and kind of going to your cabin, somebody make me a spot hidden roll, please.
I can do it.
Okay.
I'd say you should still do one, though.
Okay. And that's why I didn't roll.
You see, you need to get all the bad luck out so that way you can get the good luck later.
Bro,
Oh,
the last
fumble.
game and a half has been nothing but
Carmen?
bad luck. Yeah, but Eric got a hard success.
Oh yeah, Eric, you notice. Let's see. You notice a set of hooved footprints.
Interesting.
They are.
Do you guys see any horses in town?
They don't look like horse hoof prints. They're two clothed, so they're
Ungulate.
yeah,
Ungulate.
yeah, exactly. Even-toed ungulate. And someone make me either a natural world or a. You can make me a natural world, biology, or I would accept intelligence or education rather. You realize that these hoof prints are way too big to be anything that lives around here. And
Those some big hoof prints.
Like,
as a
bigger than our
result
hoofs.
of your fumble, Carmen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you get separated from the group. You wander off a little. You see some of these footprints, and you go into the woods just a little bit,
Okay.
and you find first you think it's raining because you feel these droplets kind of hitting your head. You go up and you wipe, and your hand comes out red. You look up, and you see the remains of a deer hanging from the tree above you at an impossible angle. Make me a sanity roll. Okay, I'm gonna say you only lose one sanity. And you manage to then get your way back. Like, you didn't go too far. Like, you can see the kind of clearing where everybody else is.
Okay, so I walk up to the group. I go, hey guys, you ever seen Predator?
Yes,
Maybe.
we've all seen Predator.
Remember that part when they found that body up in the trees that was impossibly high for any animal to put it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found a deer like that in the trees over here in the woods.
I mean, deer are weird. Like, how high up is it?
Do you want to show them?
How high would you say?
Probably like 40, 50 feet.
Yeah, I'll say, dude, it was like 40, 50 feet. Do you want to see it?
No.
Well, I'm gonna show you. Come
No.
I'm going to show you.
I'm gonna show you anyways.
on. So yeah, I lead him to the deer.
Okay.
Shine the
Say when
flashlight up on it.
When you're saying that, I pull out a little flask and just take a little swig.
Yeah. Okay, so, Cody,
I know.
he points it out to you. Make me a sanity roll. You only lose 1 point of sanity as you realize
Sorry,
this
yeah.
verges, like,
It's just going.
there must
40
be
feet up is really
yeah,
high.
there must be some explanation, but you can't think of one, and it's deeply
Fires
unnerving
do
on a
not
visceral level.
launch deer that high. Also,
Yeah.
we're in
Should we
the
just
woods.
all roll for sanity then?
If you all are looking
Yeah,
at
'cause
it.
I showed everybody,
Yes.
I would
Yeah, then-
imagine.
Okay.
Yeah, not just Cody, but the whole group.
Would my character know
I
that
tied
bears
my
climb trees?
Roll me natural world. Or actually, you know what? That would probably be common knowledge. So, I'm gonna say you would know to look for, like, claw marks on trees. And you can make me a spot hidden.
Of course. I'd say something to the effect to the group of,
Excuse me.
You don't
This is
find
normal.
any traces of a bear. But you do find more of those cloven hoof prints going deeper into the woods.
I'd say with my field, the natural world from earlier, I would also say that, this explains why they thought it was brown bears as well in the past.
Yep,
That you talked about those hikers that went missing? It's probably how they found them. I'm saying out of complete conjecture.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I would probably agree with that.
yeah, and everybody who's seen this, if you succeeded on your sanity roll, you'd still take 1 point, as this deeply unsettles you. Something about this is wrong. Just,
I mean, lots to do with deer are wrong.
but this is on another level.
Facts.
Yeah, this is like a different level of wrong.
I would say just being out in the woods is enough to make Ray uncomfortable.
Yeah. And so, you guys want to head back to your little rental cabin to get some sleep?
Yep.
Okay. You guys all...
As we continue back to the cabin, I offer Cody a swig of my flask.
Cody will take some.
As you tuck in, and you drift off to sleep, I'm gonna start with Eric. You wake up,
Okay.
What we've all been waiting for.
and you see someone in the clearing waving to you.
Assume I awake in a clearing.
No, you will just wake up out of bed in the cabin. You can see some...
Okay. I'm just going to go to the door and immediately lock it. I'm assuming it's still dark out.
No, it's morning.
It is.
Yep.
Am I actually aware that any of you own firearms? Because I'm probably in a bit of a groggy and questionable state.
You know I'm a cop.
I'm going to about almost stop myself from slapping you awake.
Do you shake me awake?
Yeah, let's go with that.
You don't wake up.
Okay.
I'm going to be thoroughly confused and try the next person.
They don't wake up.
Do I need to roll a sanity roll at this point?
Not yet.
Because I think I would actually start having
You
some
are-
issues.
Yeah, you just think it's the next morning. They must be sleeping in, but that figure looks familiar. She's calling out to you. Eric! Eric, come on! Come out here! I gotta talk to you.
This seems questionable.
What do you do?
But, open the window. Just barely. I'm assuming it's, just a basic lock.
Yep, just as you open the window. This woman appears. She's young, quite pretty, dark black hair. Why didn't you save me, Eric? Why didn't you listen to me? I told you. You were never good at your job, were you? If you were good at your job, you would have saved me. But you're just a disappointment and a failure! Her face contorts into one of anger. And I'm sure that you, as a player, have probably realized who this is.
Probably, yes. Say black or brown?
Like brown, blackish hair. She's wearing she's wearing a dark, dark kind of black hat. Yeah, so she's wearing, she's got like brown hair, kind of a black hat.
Okay.
Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you do anything? Why did you let me die? And then
Let's say this.
you failed. You had one job and you failed. And you just hear this voice echoing inside the cabin. Failure. 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 And we zoom in close to your face as you're starting to get more and more unnerved. And then you just hear whispering like it's right in your ear. Failure. You look to your right, the direction the whisper was coming from, and now Amber is in the room with you. She grabs you. You couldn't save me. You couldn't save anyone. You couldn't help anyone. You're nothing. You'll always be nothing. And you can feel the floor. It's almost like you've been backed into a corner, and the walls start to almost like wooden roots start to crawl over your skin, restraining you as Amber approaches you. Now you notice her face is starting to go pale, and you see two lines starting to open up on her wrists, and blood starts pouring out. You couldn't save me. You couldn't save me. You're a failure. And you wake with a jolt. Make me a sanity roll.
You can do that. I'd say specifically, what was that?
Roll
I
me...
wake with my head still under the pillow. Not pillow.
Yep.
Cover.
Roll me, how unnerved do you think Eric would be by that?
Alright. That's a good question. Reasonably-ish. I would
Okay.
say. He would probably feel a good bit of direct guilt from this whole situation due to being her psychologist for a while. Or
Okay.
being her... What was their business relationship?
Yeah, it was just a, like... Yeah, it was just like a therapist, like you were helping her process some of those feelings of, like, you know, she wanted to be a mother, and, like, you were there when, for her
was
when,
like her
when she and
counselor, wasn't
Carmen
she?
broke up. She was a reporter,
Okay.
but, yeah,
I
you were
would
there.
I would say reasonably
So, okay,
messed with.
yeah, roll me 1d6, now that you failed.
Alrighty then. On one.
A 1. Okay, you're lucky, you only lose 1 sanity from that.
Can't remember how to do tag commands.
Oh, just slash R and then
Use
space.
This program.
Yep,
Okay,
slash
thank
R
you.
space 1d6. Oh,
Thank you.
make me an intelligence roll. Ooh. You realize something is deeply, deeply unnatural. Something reached out to you in your sleep. That wasn't just a dream.
Yeah, that dream felt far too lucid.
Yeah, you were
For a
aware that you were
traditional
almost
nightmare.
dreaming, but yet not at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
It's almost as if it actually happened. Most nightmares, usually you're dealing with shifting things.
Yep.
Fear is a much more hallucinatory thing than a lot of
yeah, so,
things that have gone wrong.
yeah, roll me 1d10.
1d10.
One.
Oh no.
So, your memory goes cloudy. Like, you can't remember any real details from the dream. You just remember you feel very tired, like you didn't sleep well. You don't remember how you got here or where you are. And then roll me another d10. This is going to last for 10 hours. And if in the next in-game 10 hours you lose any sanity, you will suffer another bout of madness. Now, we're going to go to Ray.
If I may ask before, how much sanity did I lose?
5.
5, thank you.
Now, let me... Let's see what would most suit you. You wake up. It's the morning, but you have a... Or actually, you wake up in the middle of the night. You must have fallen asleep on the couch, because you're in the main living area, and you hear a strange noise in the bedroom of the cabin.
In the bedroom.
Yep, what do you do?
Define the noise.
You have to get closer to discern exactly what.
Alright, well, I guess I'm going to get up off the couch.
Get up off
Probably,
that couch.
stumble over some empty beer cans.
You
And snack cake wrappers.
you realize that you don't remember it, but you must have brought it with you, because you hear the noise coming from inside the urn holding your sister's ashes. It should be in the parents' house. Scritch, scritch, scratch. Something is scraping the inside. And
The hell?
what do?
I don't remember bringing this. Better not be a fucking rat in there eating her ashes. I'm gonna go up to it and grab onto it.
When you open the lid, suddenly lots of blind tentacles scatter onto the floor, hungrily feeling their way around. It's futile trying
I'm
to
gonna
escape.
say,
They've already
when,
trapped you. Then you
gonna
awake
say-
tangled in your bed sheets.
no. I was gonna say I would drop the urn, but
Yeah, you do drop the urn as the tentacles, like, start crawling out, like, blindly seeking you, and then you slowly feel them, like, going up your, like, some of them grab onto your feet, and all of the others suddenly, as if it's some sort of, like, slime mold, they all congeal around your foot, and they start pulling you down, 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 into the floor. And you hear Amber's voice, "Being dead isn't so bad."
I'm gonna say I'd go out fighting and screaming as it
Yeah, and as you're
sucks me
screaming,
into the floor.
some of these tendrils, like, enter your mouth, and you can feel the feeling of suffocating. Yep. Now, roll me sanity. Okay, you don't lose any sanity, but you wake up and you do not feel well rested. So then, Cody,
Uh-huh.
you wake up to the sound of your cell phone ringing.
I'm gonna roll over and look at it, see if I can see what number it is.
You see Amber's name, Amber Kellman.
I'm gonna answer it.
She's crying. It's her. You can't believe it, and you recognize her voice. You shouldn't be here. It's too late.
What's going on, Amber?
It doesn't matter. We're all dead. My little one is woken up. He's waiting for you in the forest. He's crying because he's hungry. He's hungry. Really
hungry for worms?
hungry. The scream that comes down the line shakes you from your dream. You wake up, though, with your cell phone in your hand and a line of red ants crawling on your wrists.
I'm gonna smack at the ants.
Finally, Carmen. Oh yeah, roll me sanity.
Yep.
Okay, roll me 1d6. Three. You lose 3 sanity. And finally, Carmen. A drop of something falls on your face, waking you from your sleep. But you realize you're completely soaked. You can't see anything, it's too dark. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna feel around in the dark for either my flashlight or my phone so I can get a light of some sort.
Okay, you grab your phone and you turn it on, and you see a large damp stain on the ceiling above your bed. The stain is dark and dripping. Then, from the surface, it's like it's a puddle of ooze rather than a ceiling. And you see a naked figure, face down. You recognize this person. It's Amber.
Who is it? Okay.
Her abdomen is distended as if she's pregnant, and you can actually see something moving inside of her. She opens her mouth, revealing a well of unfathomable depths. She screams something unfamiliar. Shub-Nigorath! And you wake up bathed in sweat. Make me a sanity roll. Okay, you don't lose any sanity, but you wake up and you're just like drenched in sweat. And it is the morning. All of you are awake.
You guys have weird dreams last night?
Yep, none of you feel well rested.
I don't even know where the stank we are. How did we even get here?
What?
Just
Are you kidding
hearing
me?
groan.
I slept like shit last night.
Same.
Gonna need some damn whiskey with those pancakes.
Make that too.
Yep, so, you guys, now, Dreamer, you don't remember anything about any plans for today. The rest of you, remind me what you were thinking of where you were thinking of going to first.
The
The
cafe.
diner. Or yeah, cafe.
Okay. So, we're gonna head over there.
And on the way, I'll explain to Eric kind of the gist of what's going on and how we got here. And
Eric must have snuck an edible or something and not told us.
it's weird you've forgotten how we got here.
The cafe is pretty crowded. You note that on the menu, well, first, you see two, older looking women, probably in their 50s. Get seated, find yourselves a place to sit, we'll be right with you. And, you note that, the menu seems to specialize in sandwiches, salad, natural shakes, and smoothies. The place has wooden paneled walls. It's got a modern design, adorned with prolific plants which hang from the beams in the roof. And you note it has a play area at the back, especially for children. On one side, there is a large bookshelf of secondhand books.
Thanks for getting me up to speed, Carmen. I should know.
It's all right.
Anything on this menu look decent to you?
Look at these smoothies. It's the kind of shit Amber would drink.
She would, wouldn't she?
I'm like flipping the menu back and forth. Is there any, does this place have coffee? What the fuck is this hipster shit?
I mean, we're in Maine, so...
I guess I'll just have a water.
Okay. You'll,
I am-
yeah, they bring you a water, and if any of you order anything,
I'll take an orange juice and the gluten-free oat pancakes.
alright,
That's
sugar.
all I got.
And, one of them, one of the
No, I
older...
want Linda, not sugar. Just kidding.
But, yeah, one of them, takes your order, and, you know, walks back to the kitchen area. What do you guys want to... What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm going to... Well, I guess I let them go to get our food, but when they come back, I gonna show them a picture of Amber that I have. And ask if they remember her coming by.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we saw her at the beginning of August. She was being accompanied by a scruffy-looking man. He looked pretty dangerous. We approached her several times just to ask if everything was okay, but neither of us have seen her or that man since.
What do you mean dangerous?
Well, he just looked like trouble.
Okay.
He was kind of this old, tramp-looking type. Had a scruffy beard, unkempt. Now,
What?
who was it who made the spot hidden at the,
It's Cody.
Cody? This sounds
Yeah.
like the man you saw getting, arrested at the Grape Festival yesterday.
Yeah.
I am going to write myself a note.
I had a question. Maybe you guys could. I would imagine y'all could help me. We're not from here, and we just got into town yesterday for the festival, and I overheard the mayor speaking. I just heard his last name is Neville. Do you know his first name?
Oh, that's Mr. Alexander Neville. He's town mayor, and he owns the Neville Winery.
How long has he been mayor?
Oh, it's been a while.
Okay,
I don't. Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere,
that's
but
fine.
it's been a while.
that's fine. Long enough is fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
How
but
far does my amnesia go back?
I'm gonna say it goes back. Like, you remember going to Amber's parents' house. You remember that she, committed suicide. You basically, the last 24 hours are all, like, fuzzy.
Okay, so I wouldn't have seen the deer, wouldn't have known about the tablet, but... What?
You probably wouldn't know
Have
anything.
missed the way on into town?
You probably wouldn't know anything from going to her apartment, even
I wouldn't have, would I?
Yeah,
from the sounds of it.
yeah. This is just gonna last for the next 10 in-game hours.
Still trying to keep it good.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Right.
Well, also, notice that a lot of the customers in here are, it appears, young mothers, because there's a lot of kids playing in the play area.
Is the crowd usually like this? Mostly younger moms?
Oh, yeah, this place, we made this place to make a nice place for young mothers to have a bite to eat, and, let their kids have a place to play.
Wonder if that's why Amber stopped by here.
Are you saying that out loud?
I said it under my breath.
Okay. Let me check something.
I'm gonna get up and walk over to the bookshelf
Okay.
and just kind of start looking at the titles, seeing if anything catches my eye.
So you see a lot of secondhand books. Most are like romantic novels and vegan recipe books, but then you notice there's a copy of Folklore and Legends of the Native Peoples of North America, written by Arnold Flaherty. Do you want
Pick
to
that up and walk back over to the table that we're all sitting at.
Okay. Make me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Let's go.
Hard success. You... First off, the bookshelf is somewhat near the children's play area.
Play area. Okay.
And you notice something among the toys scattered on the cushioned floor. What do you want to do?
What do I see?
A 9mm bullet.
Oh yeah, I definitely dip down. I always keep a pair of gloves on me. They're not rubber gloves, they're just like tactical gloves. I put my right hand glove on and I pick it up. Can I tell what caliber it is?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
9.
should be able to
Yeah,
tell.
it's 9mm.
You can say, yeah, 9mm, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, standard
Is it
standard like pistol.
Is it a spent round or is it still in the casing?
No, it's still in the casing.
Okay. And it was on the ground next to the toys?
It was actually in among the toys scattered on the floor.
All right. So I picked that up, put it in my pocket for now, and then I kind of move the toys around looking for anything else that shouldn't be in the toys.
You don't find anything else, but someone make me a listen roll.
Yeah, so I'll get up and start walking back to the table with the book and the bullet. Sorry.
Oh, fumble. Cody, you could swear you hear the women, Lauren and Chris,
I'll also
talking
roll
about...
listen.
They're talking, Cody, you hear them talking about, oh yeah, that's all we knew about Amber. I really hope they find, find what they're looking for. They seem like a sweet group of people. The rest of you don't hear anything. But that hard success on the spot hidden, you now have a second copy of Folklore and Legends of the Native Peoples of North America.
Okay.
So you have the one that you found in Amber's suitcase, and you have this one.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go back and sit down at the table and set the book down and be like, look what they got a copy of here at this little cafe. And then I'll set the bullet on top of the book and say, I also found this in the toys in the play area next to the bookshelf. And I'll put the bullet back away real quickly so that nobody else can see it other than us.
Okay.
I don't know what it means, but things are starting to connect in some sort of loose way.
So, what do you want to do with this copy of the book?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up to the page where about the pages that Amber also had highlighted, right?
The ones
Didn't she
related
highlight
to
some
Austin?
sections? Yeah.
And its indigenous cult or tribe? Sorry.
Yep. And see if
No,
there's
you
anything.
You don't, because it seems that those pages have been torn out of this copy.
Okay. Well, that's kind of a dead end.
Not necessarily. It might tell you something.
Well, tells me somebody ripped the pages out of the book, but who, when, why? I don't really know anything about
you
that
could
yet.
ask. Probably want to pick up a new copy.
You guys know that there's a couple pages missing from one of your books here?
Oh my! No, I'd never noticed. Some young rapscallion must have been messing around with it. Thanks for letting me know. This book is
Probably
poss-
8 pages.
I'm gonna cut her off and say possibly some young rapscallion, but this book is kind of different than the rest of the books that are up on that shelf, and the pages that they ripped out are oddly specific pages about Austin and the history surrounding the indigenous people and their traditions.
Oh, well, that seems rather odd. I'll take that, and I'll have to put it away so nobody else messes with it. She takes the copy, and thank you for letting me know. You're a sweetheart. And she goes back.
I lean into the group. These people are kind of weird. And I lean back out.
They don't even have decent pancakes. What do you expect?
They don't have coffee either at a cafe.
You actually get the pancakes, and they're surprisingly good. Like, wherever they're getting their ingredients from.
I stand corrected. Their maple syrup makes up for their weird pancake.
Yeah.
God, gotta love
Like-
local maple syrup.
Yeah, like, these... It's like the trees around here are, like, extra fertile, with, you know, just extremely bountiful.
Okay,
Is
well,
that Kavasa flower?
So where are you going now?
Continue.
is there anything else that we think that we could maybe get out of this cafe or out of these employees?
Yep.
I don't think
They're
really
the owners,
much.
they, just in case, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you might have, but my character doesn't.
Okay, yeah, that's...
She's not that. So we can either go. There's three more places that we can visit. The Austin Sport that she spent $170 at. Bassette's Garage, which maybe they've seen her Volkswagen. And then the church. What do you guys think?
Did you say church?
Yeah, the church, St. Paul's.
Yeah, she sent me an image of a church. I know you told me that I told you that already.
Right, I know. I know it's your character having amnesia.
Yeah.
And I say,
I'm
yeah.
saying-
Yep.
Oh, go ahead.
Now we're good. I don't know if you want to check that place out.
Also, Cody,
Emerson's headache.
you imagine that that guy who was being arrested would be at the police precinct.
Yeah, that was another one that I forgot. Yeah. Maybe I could, with my police connections, could maybe get some information about that guy they arrested.
If I'm aware of that conversation, then I would agree. He met her, so we should talk with him.
Yep.
I guess that's our best our best lead is to go to the police officer, either the police office or the church, and talk to the new priest. But maybe we do that after the
Yeah,
police.
I wonder.
Yeah, let's go talk to the guy.
I'm kind of curious. Is there a local library? I want to see if we can find another copy of that book and see if there are pages missing.
There
I
There
mean,
do
if
not
that's out of the
appear
way,
to be
then-
any copies if you go to the local library. It seems like this book is a pretty, not a very common book. There probably wasn't, like, super widely distributed.
There's 2 copies in the world. The one we had, and the one that's in the cafe. I'm just kidding.
That would
It's
be
just
very
locally
funny.
printed.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, just wondering if that would be a thing or not, but
Yeah, so...
maybe that's me thinking of this as an RPG game too much.
Oh,
Right. No, you're good. So yeah, I guess we head to the police station.
okay.
See if we can't talk to this man, or at least find any information out about him.
Okay. So,
Pull some of your police officer's strings.
I'm gonna try.
So you arrive. It's the precinct is a 2-story building. Appears to have a basement. And you walk in, and the
Maybe we
secretary.
could pay his bail.
Yeah, you can hear the secretary. She's. Yes, hello, the Austin Police Precinct. Yes, there have been
hello.
several others.
Oh, she's on the phone.
There have been several others. Yes, we'll find them, and we'll send somebody out to look at what happened. Yes, thank you. She writes down a phone number. Thank you. I'll get someone out to you as soon as possible. There's another phone call. Yes, I know. Yep. Another animal disappearance. What is it? Cattle? And some damage to the barn? Yep, we'll send somebody out as soon as possible. Thank you. And just as she's about to answer, you can hear the phone ringing a 3rd time. She sees you. Hello? Austin
You guys
Police
busy
Precinct.
today? Oh, she's answering the phone.
No, she's talking to you.
Oh, okay. You guys busy today?
It seems like, yeah, there seems to be a lot of people, seems like, a couple of nearby farms. We've just been getting calls, this morning about just a couple of animal, disappearances. Not unusual, out in the woods like this.
That it's not unusual to have this many people calling at the same time about animal disappearances?
Well, I'm not really at liberty to discuss details, with civilians.
Ma'am, I'm a police officer.
Make me
I
a
show her my
social,
badge.
make me a social roll, like persuade, intimidate, fast talk, charm.
Let's see. Let's see what I got here.
And you'll get a bonus if, by flashing your badge. A bonus die.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, ma'am, I don't have time for this. You got to give me the information. I'm gonna roll intimidate.
Okay,
And
roll
I'm
me
gonna
a bonus die. Okay, you got a 10 under 46. That's hard to say. Oh, okay. I don't want any problems. I can see that you're police from good old Boston PD.
Yep.
Well,
Just here on business.
just in the past 24 hours, there's been a lot of animal disappearances and damages to properties and farms and up just north outside of town. That's all I know.
Okay.
I'm just the
Okay.
I'm just the police secretary.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yep.
Was just asking some information. Another question that I had. There was a man that was arrested yesterday from the wine festival. An older gentleman. He looked pretty disheveled. Any information that you could have or that you could give me on him would be great. And if need be, I'm willing to pay the man's bail
I do
so
not
that I may
have
personally talk to him.
as a secretary, I don't have any access to any of that information, but she rings up Deputy Chief DeChamp, could you come up here? We've got fellow officer from the Boston Police Department has some questions about the man that was arrested last night. And after just like a minute, this man shows up beside the reception desk.
Say good morning, officer. How you doing?
Good morning.
The name's Officer Peabody, Carmen Peabody from the Boston PD, and had a few questions about a person that may have been arrested last night or yesterday at the festival. An older gentleman.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's downstairs in the cell. We haven't had there haven't been any violent deaths since that fire at St. Paul's Church, so we don't really have much in the way of holding cells here exactly. But
You said violent deaths. Is this man responsible for a violent death?
no, he's responsible. He was disturbing the peace, acting all. He clearly had too much to drink. And was just making a nuisance of himself.
So you threw him in the drunk tank, I see. Is there any way that I'd be able to speak with this gentleman?
Make me another roll for a social skill.
Damn it, I don't want to use intimidating.
If I
That's the
butt
best
in
one
and
I
say I'm a
got.
licensed psychologist, would that help him in this situation?
You could make the roll for him, yeah.
I would like to make the roll for him. I'm going to roll fast talk and say something about... I'm here to talk with him, something about an evaluation from Boston PD, hearing something about this, him being tied to a crime that my friend here is investigating, unrelated. Well, related to why we're here. Yada.
Right.
Okay,
Unrelated to why
do
he's
you wanna
arrested.
spend-
I
Yeah.
obviously fumble over myself, and he
Do you wanna spend luck?
knows that I'm being nonsense.
Spend some luck.
Let's spend some luck on that.
Okay, mark yourself down,
Hey,
9
appreciate
luck.
it.
And he says,
All right.
well, anything I can do to help the boys in blue back in old Boston. And he leads you
We
down.
appreciate your cooperation.
He leads you down to the basement, and
You should interrupt him and say boys and girls in blue.
Boys and girls in blue, thank you. Excuse me.
oh, my apologies, ma'am.
It's all right. It's twice that's happened today. It's okay.
To be fair, the other person was an old woman with Alzheimer's, so.
No, I know.
But yeah. So,
Okay, so we go downstairs.
and he,
Does the... Okay, go ahead.
well, Mervyn, it looks like you have some visitors. And
Okay.
he just says, is that right, Chief Deputy Donald? It ain't a good look. Only arrest you've made in a long time, and it's... Of course it ain't a white man. Donald
All right.
rolls his eyes and ignores him, just says, good luck with this one.
Thank you, sir.
And he kind of leaves.
Morning, Mervin. How you doing? My name's Carmen Peabody. I'm with the Boston PD.
Oh, are you here
I need to
to...
ask you... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You here to beat me for the color of my skin? Hmm?
Of course not, sir. Why would you think that?
You don't have to roll me this, but you notice that he is a white man.
Yeah.
He seems to possibly be mentally ill. How am I doing? I'm thirsty. You got any of the good stuff or some smokes?
I look at Ray. Is that your name, Ray?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I'll tell you what, what's his name again?
Mervin.
Mervin. I got some questions for you, and, if you answer them nicely, there might be some in it for you, and I, show him my flask and give it a little shake.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what do you want to know? I'll tell you anything, just...
So I want to know, why you were hanging out with, my friend, when was this, back in August?
Yeah.
And then I gotta show him a picture. Oh, you see her? Have you seen her before?
Oh, yeah. Hot day back in August, met her. She was... I'm a bit of a charmer, so, my charm and good looks, she was just gravitated to me, and, she invited me to lunch at the cafe. I don't remember the exact date, but she seemed really interested in the chapel in the forest. Now,
What do you mean she invited you? How did you meet her?
we were just, she was just walking around in town, and I just said hello, and she seemed smitten. Make me a psychology roll. Somebody. Yep. You can tell that he's not lying about the fact that he met her on a hot day, but he was absolutely not, like, he's clearly exaggerating. Like, he does not, he seems like he's the prone to exaggeration, so you get a feeling the idea of him winning her over with charm and good looks is a bunch of hooey.
Yeah, knowing my own sister.
Yeah, and knowing that she's a
Definitely
lesbian.
not falling for. Yeah.
But the rest seems like...
Do I need to make a psychology roll for that? I mean, come on.
Just for the fact that, like, that he's prone to exaggeration, but he's not, like, straight up lying about the entire story.
Dude, I
Also
can
the
smell
difference.
you from here. You definitely weren't charming her.
He squints his eyes at you. If you want me to talk, you better give me a smoke now if you're gonna constantly ask me about... Oh yeah, I can turn that off.
Yeah, I look over at Ray and say, hey. And actually, I look over at Ray and then I kind of walk away from the cell with him and I say, hey, I know he's saying some crazy shit about your sister, but don't let him get to you. Just try and just go with what he says. Maybe he'll give us some information. We don't want to piss him off too much. He might shut down completely.
Sorry, I'm trying.
I know it's hard. It'll be all right. We'll make it through. We walk back over
Yeah.
to the cell.
Okay.
So, you guys went to lunch, and then
Yep, she was asking me about this...
after that, where'd you go?
Well, she was asking me about the chapel in the forest, which I knew this chapel very well. First night I came in here to Austin, I slept there. You see, I'm a bit of a drifter. I don't really exactly have, a cozy place to stay every night. Hell, I don't even know where my food's gonna come from most of the time, more often than not. But I only spent one night there. One night was enough. That chapel.
What happened?
Well, that chapel.
What do you mean? Is it like haunted or something?
Oh yeah, there's a ghost in the forest out there. An old woman searching for her lost child. Amber wanted to go to the chapel. I tried to talk her out of it, as I wanted to keep her safe from the ghost, but she wasn't having any of it. And, but I didn't want her to get lost. She was determined to go one way or the other. I didn't want her to get lost in the forest out there, so I told her how to get there, from the wineries.
How do you get there?
Well, there's a small trail that leads to there, into the woods from, Neville Wineries.
Interesting.
And is that where she went?
I mean, I didn't see her again. Seems like that's probably where she went.
So the last time you saw her, she asked you how to get there, and that was the last time you saw her?
Yeah, I mean, people, I don't exactly have a phone or anything to keep in touch with people.
Right.
I mean, I don't even know where I have kids and I don't even know where they are. I had to, I put them in a, foster care because I wanted them to have at least some chance at a better life. I don't know where my family is. I don't know where my ex-wife is. It's not easy when you don't have a home.
I can imagine.
So, but that's all I know. I'm sorry I don't have more for you.
It's all right.
Is she okay?
Right, give him a drink. We're gonna find out.
Good.
You don't worry about it anymore, sir.
She was a nice young lady, and I just hope she's all right. You can tell he's being, even though he's prone to exaggeration, and he's
Sincere.
probably, yeah, even though there's probably some like parts of the story that are exaggerated, but he's clearly being very genuine about like his personal situation and about, actually caring about Amber's well-being.
Yeah. He didn't do nothing to her or anything.
No, he
get
just,
the vibe.
yeah, he just seems like he's maybe mentally ill. That could explain why he, is
Just
homeless.
a sad homeless old man. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, if you remember anything else, I want you to tell this front of the police office here and tell someone to give us a call.
Of course. Thanks for the drink. I hope it helps. And
It did.
Yep. That's when Deputy Chief of Police Donald comes back and says, all right. That's
Appreciate
enough.
you, sir, for letting us talking to him.
Yeah. That old tramp, I don't know what you got out of him, but I hope it was whatever you were looking for.
Hey, he might be a dirty homeless old man who might not have all of his mind there, but he doesn't mean anybody harm. Treat him okay?
Yep, well, the law is the law.
I understand.
Okay.
When we get into the car, I want to say something to the group. You think it's kind of weird that Alexander Neville is the mayor? He runs a winery that has a trail that leads to this church in the forest, and he ran the fertility clinic that Amber went to. That is no longer in business?
Yeah, that's a bit too much to be a coincidence.
Yeah, there's
That's exactly what I'm
definitely
thinking.
some skeletons in the closet of this town.
I don't even know what
Absolutely.
you're talking about, and that sounds sketchy as stink.
Yeah, it's super sketchy. Okay, so, and I bring Eric back up to speed with Amalthea and Alexander Neville and how we saw him, and he's the mayor of this town and everything.
Okay.
What on green earth is this?
I don't know.
What on
Not sitting right with
God's
me, though.
beautiful green flat earth is going on?
Underneath the firmament.
Okay, if you decide your character's a flat earther, I'm gonna have you roll sanity every time you come across something that contradicts that.
So pretty much every point of existence while they're playing the game.
Yep. That would be very fun, though.
Oh my god.
My
Just 'cause-
character may have been a former child actor, but he's not that nuts.
He's only both of these.
Okay, so
Where to next?
it seems like maybe St. Paul's might not lead to anything. It seems like maybe we know where we need to go to the Neville Winery and try and find this trail that leads to the church. Because I'm assuming the church in the woods is different from St. Paul's.
Oh yeah. The St. Paul's is the one that's like in town.
It's like the actual church in town. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is some weird fucking cult church in the woods. Well, we don't know that, but that's what I'm getting from it.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? You think we need to go to St. Paul's at all?
Yep. You also have the Austin Sport, and the Bassett Garage.
Yep.
I mean, we should check out the garage. See if we
I
can.
kind of want to know, what happened to her Volkswagen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go there.
Did you guys want to ask the deputy chief of police any questions?
But maybe we should ask him if there's an impound lot. Or if there's a record of her vehicle there, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you specifically mention her name?
I can't really think of a
We are
reason why
We are supposed to keep this. Her parents asked us to keep it kind of down low. Your parents.
Well then-
I should say.
I guess I probably wouldn't. I just ask for a plate number. Or
He-
give him a plate number.
He seems to, oh yeah, I know what vehicle you're talking about, after kind of thinking for a minute. Yeah, that vehicle left town in mid-August. Talking about a dark-colored Volkswagen Golf?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that car, not here. I mean, it was here, but that and the person who was driving it left around mid-August.
Who's driving it?
You looking for Amber?
I was just asking who was driving it.
Well,
I guess
considering
that
that's
is who
who
I'm looking for.
considering that who's the plate, that's who the plate is rolled up to, or whatever the term. I forget the term.
Right.
Register-
No, I know
yeah.
you don't. What you're
Yep.
just registered to.
Amber left here about mid-August.
Okay, I just didn't know if maybe you saw someone else or something driving it.
Oh no, it was Amber.
All right. Well,
Just gonna make a note of something real quick.
thanks for all your information, sir.
You're
You've
welcome.
been pretty helpful.
Anything I can do to help a fellow officer.
Appreciate you. Stay safe out there.
I guess when we ask, like, was it involved in, like, how would they know it was her? How would they know her vehicle was there to begin with? Unless she was like pulled over or something.
They could always look in the records for like, because you gave him a plate number. I'm going to say that that he ran the plate number. Came up with.
So he didn't physically see the car. He's just looking at the computer and
He sees the name. He sees the name.
What the plate number is registered to.
Yeah, he saw, like, because it's not like he remembers every plate number off the top of his head, but
No,
looking at the, he finds out, like, through the registry, he finds out, like, it reminds him, like, he gets her name and vehicle type, and he's like, oh yeah, she came, she came to town in August, left in mid-August,
I guess my question would be is how does he know when she showed up and when she left? Because just running a license plate number is not going to give you that information unless she was pulled over or had a run-in with the law of some sort. That's, I guess, what Cheeseburger's getting at.
Yep,
Yeah.
I would
Unless-
concur.
it's a pretty small town. People seem to know each other, he might know, like, the Fossards who she was staying with, and maybe they,
Okay, so yeah, I kind of assumed that was probably the situation with the picture that you've given us of the town, even though that's not actually the town.
yeah, it's about,
That's just
it's a town of,
such a small town that everybody just knows.
It's like 3,000 people.
Everybody knows everything that goes on in this fucking town. So
Yeah,
when
it's
a
a-
new fucking car rolls in,
Yeah,
everybody fucking knows.
yeah, it's a town of about 3,000 people, so, pretty
Okay.
small.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally one little tiny downtown area, and everybody would see it. Like, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
where do you guys want to go?
Okay. I guess we've got information about the car. It's not here anymore. We don't need to go to the auto shop. Do we? I don't think we do.
Not if you believe him.
I mean, I'd still go.
I'm okay with going. I'm just asking.
Yeah, we might as well go.
Okay.
I would my character Carmen would believe the police officer because
Yeah, fellow
she
cop.
doesn't really think, and not only fellow cop, but she doesn't think that he has any reason to lie to me because he's an officer. I guess so. Yeah, it boils down to just because fellow cop. It's like, why would
Yeah,
he?
I wouldn't
Lie
really be
about that
suspicious
information.
either.
Yeah,
'Cause, I mean, he
Amber
let
was
us
awesome.
talk to the
the dude in the
guy in the
fucking
jail.
yeah. But I'm okay with still going to the mechanic shop because maybe we can find something else out about why she even what'd she pay $80 for. If that's just like an oil change, that's a fucking expensive ass oil change.
Yeah.
But it's also
Not
not
if you
that
use it's synthetic, but
well, I was just about to say it's also not that expensive to be like really much of else. Maybe an
Okay.
oil and a filter change. Maybe. All right, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Maybe she hit a goat man with her car.
But, excuse me. Oh God, we shouldn't have come here.
So you guys roll up.
You're entering a spooky garage.
I'm gonna say that it's
Yeah.
it's starting to get into the afternoon. So you note that this is a you see a garage, a gas station, and a scrapyard. You can see the workshop is part of the gas station, and the tow truck that's painted with the company name is parked on the side of the road. Behind the workshop, there's a large fenced-off area with cars piled up. A thick layer of creepers covers the vehicles. At the entrance to the fenced-off area, there's a sign with a picture of a fierce dog warning, "Beware of the dog."
Could it be the Campbell Towing Company?
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, that's amazing.
If you Photoshop me a logo by next week, yes.
Yes.
Oh lord.
So
Brush up on them Photoshop skills, cheese. No,
So-
I'm just kidding.
So, you pull up to the gas station, and
And they charge $6.66 for a gallon.
let
Oh my god.
me see what gas prices in Maine are right now. Let's see. So right now it's about $3.07 or $3.08 a gallon. But yeah, you see a young man manning the pumps. He's wearing a shirt of I'm gonna say it's a Mastodon shirt.
The band?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
what do you you pull up
What's
to
our
the
gas tank? What's our gas tank looking like?
let's see. You guys probably didn't fill up let's see. What is let's see. I'm going to say you're in a Crown Victoria. So
Yeah.
let's see. 25 miles per gallon and then okay. 187 divided by 25 740. Okay, you're down 7.5 gallons of gas. So you're probably at like half a tank maybe.
All right, I pull up to one of the pumps, and I see the kid's shirt, and I go, Mastodon, sick. Steam Breather is one of my favorite songs by them. Could you fill it up for me?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yep, how much, how much do you need,
I'm at like half a tank, so just here's my card. Just I don't know, just run my card.
all right,
I think I need like 7.5 gallons or something like that.
all right,
As
Yep,
someone
right
that
away,
works at a gas station in real life, I hate when people are like, I just need to fill up my car.
yep, he's,
'Cause I don't know. I don't know.
yep, you can smell, like, you get the smell of, weed, from this guy, and, he just goes over, kind of puts the pump in, kind of obviously takes off the gas cap. Filling her up. He seems like he's trying to, put a little bit of, charm on you, like trying to be kind of suave. So what brings you to our little, corner of paradise?
Oh, you know, the wine fest. I'm sure you guys get a lot of tourists this time of year.
Oh yeah, we get a lot of tourists. Sometimes they're looking for, some other stuff, to help them have a more fun time.
Yeah, I bet they do. You might be barking up the wrong tree with that one, bud. And I flash my badge.
He's gonna say, alright, well,
I say, don't worry, I'm a Boston PD. I'm not gonna rat you out. And plus, I know it's legal here in Maine, so.
yep, do you want to ask him any questions?
What month is it right now?
It is the end of October.
Okay, so I go, about 2 months ago, did you see a younger girl in like a dark navy Volkswagen? Did you say it was a Golf or a Jetta?
It was a Golf.
Right?
Golf, yeah.
Yeah, I said in a Volkswagen, like a dark navy, dark colored Volkswagen Golf about 2 months ago, about August, early August actually, maybe like second week of August.
Oh yeah. I remember her picked her car up from Frenchman's Cabins at the beginning of August. It wouldn't start. Might have been the battery, at least that's what my experience told me, but can't be sure. Dan took care of the repair. Car was in the workshop until the end of August, but I don't know who picked it up.
You said Dan?
Yep, thought Amber
Dan
must
worked
have.
on it?
And you see a large, a more heavy-set old man come out. Oh, well, who are these nice young strangers? Pierre says, they're just some nice out-of-town folks. They were just asking about, they were asking about someone who came by, had her car in the shop. Is that right now? Well, why don't you go back in the station? I'll take care of it from here.
I look at the group uneasily, and I look back out the window.
Name's Dan
Good afternoon,
Bissett.
sir.
Name's Dan Bissett. Nice to meet you.
Name's Carmen Peabody. Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Business as usual, you know. Pierre can sometimes
Business
be a
as
bit of a
usual.
loudmouth, you know. Loves to tell stories.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
he was just telling us about a Volkswagen that was here a couple months ago.
Oh, well, I don't recall any, I remember repairing one, and I think someone, yeah, like, I don't remember too much, about that, but I wouldn't go taking everything that Pierre says all that seriously. He's a bit of a... Well, I guess that vehicle, my job was to fix her car on the night of August 7th. But I picked up the vehicle on the 25th. He goes inside, grabs out some papers. He shows you the payment record where the transaction appears. Your friend paid in cash. Fault was just a problem with the starter motor.
Pierre said that it was here for most of the month. The car.
Oh, don't listen to Pierre. He'll just tell you what he thinks will make the most interesting story. Someone make me a psychology roll. Cody,
So we got one.
this guy is giving you, you don't think this guy Dan is all on the up and up. It feels like, he didn't...
From the moment he walked out.
Yeah, it feels like he didn't want you talking to Pierre. Maybe somebody let him know that you'd be asking questions around town. But
Shit.
yeah, you get the feeling that
Should have never asked the fucking cop about the fucking car. That's okay though.
but
I didn't say that out loud.
yep, so yeah, you know, he picked up or he tells you young woman, brown hair. Yeah, she picked up the vehicle on the 25th. Paid in cash. Problem was fault with the starter motor. Simple as. Got it all fixed up. And she went out of there. You guys don't have to make a roll to know that the deputy chief of police said that she left in the middle of August.
Yeah, and also on top of that, she didn't pay in cash.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
This guy's just full of lies.
well, if that's all you need anything else?
It's my credit card back from paying for this gas.
Oh, yeah. Pierre? This nice lady needs her credit card back. Pierre kind of comes out, hands you your card. Sorry about that. Yeah.
As he's handing me the card, I slip him one of my business cards with my phone number on it. And I just kind of give him a sincere look.
Okay. Let me just,
You want me to roll sleight of hand?
You can if you want. Only if you, like, fumble will it really matter.
Okay. I didn't fumble.
Okay, yeah.
But it wasn't as smooth as it could have been.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I'm gonna say, because it would be opposed by, this person's, spot hidden. Which... Yeah. I mean... Let me, Do you want to spend 13 luck?
Yeah. I'll spend 13 luck.
Okay. And I'm going to say in this case, match means that it goes in the player's favor when it's not like combat.
That's fair. All right. Down from 55 to 42.
Okay. So, if that's all you'll be needing, I guess I'll be seeing you around if you have any, if your car has any troubles, or if you need gas again, you're more than welcome to come back.
Yeah, thanks for all your help, Dan.
You're welcome. Now have yourself a nice day now. Pierre kind of follows him,
Well, the whole town's in on it. I roll up the windows before saying all that.
Place gives me the creeps.
The cop told that guy there's no other way.
So,
we gotta be careful with who we talk to and who we tell what from now on.
So,
because the plot is thicker than we may imagine.
That's when, Cody, you get a call.
Oh.
Ring-a-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling.
I will pick it up.
Yes, is this Cody? Cody Nelson?
Yeah.
Friend of Amber's, huh?
I guess, yeah.
Yep, this is just, sorry, I'm trying to remember his name, Bruno Wachowski, just returning your call,
Oh, Bruno, yeah.
Amber asked me to, just investigate any interesting news items related to Austin. If you give me your email, I can actually share, some of the articles I found. One of them was, two of them particularly interesting about the fire in Austin, about the current mayor of, Austin.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and send them over. My email is bigbootybutts69@gmail.com.
Mine is bigbootybutt68@gmail.com. What a coincidence.
Mine's bigbootyButts420@gmail.com.
Okay, and he's like, well, I don't exactly know what's going on with Amber right now. I hope she's getting good news on the story. And he's like, thank you for reaching out. Hopefully it all goes well. And if you need anything else, feel free to give me a ring. And
Yeah, no problem.
yep, he hangs up, and after maybe a minute, you get a notification in your email, in your inbox. So, one of the two articles is the same one that you had, the Star Herald article about the fire. But then the second one is one that you haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody want to read it out loud for the class?
I can. In the spotlight, January 12th, 1973. Biology professor at University of Boston accused of malpractice for indoctrinating several students. I'm reading that right? Yes.
Yeah.
Indoctrinating.
Yep.
Announces his resignation. In an early morning press conference on campus, university professor said that A. Neville had proffered his resignation as the dean of the Facility of Biology, and that had been accepted by the council. After an exhaustive review of the facts, Professor Neville added, "My madness and negligence are indisputable and indefeasible." Parents of the students affected, according to an interview conducted by the paper, have asked for Professor Neville to be banned from teaching. However, a small group of students claim that there was no indoctrination. Anna Clarence, John Howell, Emily Passive, Ronald Norton, Eleanor Wells, Catherine Baldwig, Rose Morwell, Hillary Smith, and Lindsay Ritchie claim that they will make statements in his defense if the case goes to court. Saying character. Now, what did this guy do again?
Well, we don't know what he himself personally did to anybody, but what we do know about him is that he was the founder of a fertility clinic that Amber was visiting, trying to get pregnant. That fertility clinic is no longer in business. We know that Amber had a miscarriage. We also know that this man is the mayor of the town that we're in. We also know that he has a large winery in this town. We also know that that winery has a trail that leads to some secret church in the middle of the woods that Amber was trying to go to. And now we know that this man resigned from being a biology professor at Boston because of indoctrination. We don't know what kind of indoctrination, though. And he also says his madness and negligence are indisputable and indefensible. That choice of words right there is kind of weird to me. But that's pretty much all we know on this guy.
Sounds
we
like the
also know
cook
he's
started a
super
sex
old.
Well, yeah, he's old too.
Like, that was 50 years ago, man.
52. But yeah,
He's old in that picture too, which is crazy.
Yeah, there's something weird going on here.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think Amber got caught
Mixed
up
up.
in something dark and disturbing.
one of you guys want to make me a intelligence roll? Extreme success.
Nice.
Cody,
Okay, I can't
Big
beat that.
brains.
you get the feeling that that car never, Amber's car never left the town.
Oh, shit.
You get the
I
feeling.
rolled intelligence for that.
You get the feeling that it might actually be here in the junkyard. if you looked. But you
Yeah.
also imagine that you would want to not be overt. You wouldn't want to
Looking in
walk
the
like
daytime.
you'd probably want to go like at the very least not be auspicious, like kind of sneak. So you'd probably want to have whoever is the stealthiest among you do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
That
I
would not
definitely
be me.
think. I definitely think we need to take a look in the junkyard, and I definitely think we need to be sneaky about it. My stealth is 55. If we want to
Also-
gamify it.
Are we
yeah, you're allowed to gamify it.
reaching?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It just
Yeah, we're
disgusting.
reaching an endpoint. I'm just
disgusting.
this is gonna be the perfect one.
Nice. Okay.
Discussing among ourselves who best to
We're,
sneak.
we're discussing our stat points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's highest stealth?
I'm gonna say, look at me. I'm wearing heels. I
Yeah, nah.
can't do that.
I look at
Actually,
Ray.
have good strength and dexterity, but sneaky wise, let's see.
Be stealth.
Eh,
Not great. Okay.
it's 20.
Yeah, it looks like I'm probably the stealthiest. I mean, I
Yeah,
do
I think
have
the cop.
I do have experience walking around slowly with my gun at the ready. But I'm not gonna do that in this situation. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I
Use
tell
your
the group
detective skills.
exactly. I tell the group I definitely have a feeling that car is still in that junkyard, and I want to take a look tonight.
If you get caught, it's a little bit less suspicious because you're a cop, at least. You know, you
I
don't
mean-
have a warrant, but
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I get caught, you guys may never see me again. This is not standard stuff. The faith that I had in the local PD is gone. I don't think that if I get caught, they're going to turn me into the police.
well, just get in there, see if the car's there, and get out.
I won't
Don't-
spend any more time than I need to. Trust me, I know.
Don't take any unnecessary risks while you're in there.
I won't. But you said it's only like mid-afternoon when we got here, right? Reptile? Kyle?
I say we just drive around the
Like,
block once and
Yep.
Once. I mean, I want to come back at night. I don't want to do this during the daytime. I'm not,
Smart.
as a police officer, it's,
Didn't lose him. He's doing something important.
yeah, I think, yeah, Kyle's probably doing something right now.
Seems
But
like
yeah.
deaf and he's not muted.
I think what we should do is maybe voice isn't working. Make me a stealth roll. Okay. So are we just skipping time into nighttime, I guess? All right. Stick.
Ooh.
Do you want to? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you now.
Okay. It's
Sure,
mid-afternoon,
yes.
but it's late October, and it's in Maine, so it's basically night. So
Okay,
I'll give you a
start.
bonus die.
Okay.
Let's see, what did you get? 65 versus 55. Do you want to spend luck, or do you want to push that?
10 luck.
Yeah.
What would I have to do to push?
Uh,
Like figure out a way that I can.
Yeah, but if you
Like,
if you
RP it.
fail a pushed roll, the consequences are worse than if you just...
Worse.
Yeah.
I'll spin the luck.
Okay.
yeah.
You get into the junkyard, and nobody seems to have seen you or heard you. Like, you're pretty good. Now make
Okay.
me a spot hidden.
The dog is sleeping still.
Yeah, that's what I'm really worried about is the dog, more so than, well, the dog will then let Dan know, and then Dan will come out with his shotgun or something.
So,
All right, succeeded.
you find a metallic blue Volkswagen Golf. or the remains of it at least.
Yeah, I
Fits
figured
the
they'd
model and
strip it.
color, but it's missing license plates.
Of course.
Do you want to search the car?
Can I tell from the outside how stripped it is?
It mainly
Because if
seems
it
like
looks-
It mainly looks like just like the tires
They
and the
stripped the
license
interior?
plates. Yeah, they didn't strip the interior.
All right, yeah, bet. I definitely want to look inside the car.
Okay, so, you find a ticket for a guided tour of the Neville Wineries. Let me, show that to you.
Okay. Neville Wineries, guided tour of our winery and wine tasting. $35 a person. Jesus Christ.
Then, you find a leaflet.
Amalthea Fertility Clinic. Artificial insemination. Make pregnancy easier with artificial insemination. In vitro. Make your dreams come true. Oocyte?
Oocyte, yeah.
Oocyte.
Yep.
Never heard of oocyte cryopreservation. Choose the best moment to be a mother. Preserve your fertility. Egg freezing. In vitro fertilization with egg donation. Masculine fertility preservation. Sperm freezing. And there's a number, website, and
If you call the number,
Address.
it's no longer in service.
yeah, I wouldn't call the number just because I
but-
already know that the company is no
Yeah.
longer exists.
It-
Okay.
So you're taking this time, and just as you grab this leaflet, you hear the sound. You hear a bark, an aggressive bark. And you hear the kind of rattling of like a chain collar, and the sound of paws on dirt.
Better get out of there.
Yep. Do you want to stay, or do you
Yeah,
want?
So,
Yep. You can.
I real quickly take a sharp inhale, and I once over the rest of the car. Don't see anything else that I think I need to grab, and then I start to leave.
Yep. And you make it out, and you hear the clang of a dog barking viciously as it hits the chain metal fence. What is it? What is it, boy? You hear Dan's voice coming from inside the workshop.
And I leave.
As you
Okay.
dive into the car window and we peel out of there.
Yep.
And that is where we will end it for tonight.
Hell yeah.
How are you guys liking this one so far?
Really good. Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's cool because it's like, I don't
We got
know,
a lot
we're
of
doing.
setup now.
Yeah, we've got a cool setup, the cool premise of the story. Like, I don't know. It wasn't what I was expecting because I had no idea going into it, and yeah, it's a pretty cool story in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And I'm looking forward to when next week with Heath, because he's gonna come in with
Yeah.
his
We
character.
meet his character.
Yep.
Interested to see how his character fits in.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
we did meet his character.
Oh no, you haven't.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you said that we might have been able to meet him at some point
Oh yeah.
as an NPC.
Yeah, but you guys
Okay.
haven't gone to where his character works.
Fair.
But with that,
Talking about that, what is everybody's occupation? Because I'm a cop and she's an actor and Dreamer is a therapist, right?
Psychologist,
Spike
but
gonna
close
do?
enough.
Psychologist. Thank
Odie
you.
is a history professor.
History professor. Okay, cool. All right, cool.
so yeah, I'm glad that you guys are liking it so far. I look forward to seeing how this scenario ends for you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad I
Let's see
decided
where
to
it
come play
goes.
today.
yeah. I'm also glad because your character was a driving force of a lot of the important actions
Yeah, you're kind of an important character for this with
Yeah.
your police
Yeah.
credentials.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, fuck that local PD for snitching on us, bro. I'm not sure that it was him, but he's the only person that we talked to about the car. So it has to have been the cop.
I wanted someone to recognize me.
Uh,
I don't know what the sitcom
Since
would
you're
be
twins?
named.
Oh
But-
yeah.
No, they-
You're a tr-
I'm gonna
actor.
say that retroactively, like one of the guys.
But I also want everyone to remember me as the little boy in the commercials for their made-up version of Little Debbie called Little Chunky Boy.
I'm gonna say that one of the older women from the cafe actually
Yes, from
pulled
the
you aside and
cafe.
says, "Weren't you the guy in
You're the little
Backdoor
chunky boy."
Sluts 9?"
Oh shoot, what did I tell you the other week in a message?
Let
Let me see. I'll go back to it.
I mean, it does specifically say in your bio that
Yeah, I
you
did
were in a
do
couple of
some
pornos.
That's hilarious.
So that's where Lauren recognizes you from.
Frickin' Ray had a dark time in his
He-
acting.
You did some
Really
things
sick.
he's not so proud of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I said as a boy I was in the Dixon cider apple juice drink commercial.
My God.
As a young man I was in Dick's Insider 1 through 4.
Yep. So that's the one. She's like, "Oh yeah, I remember watching those. They were really popular around here. Came right around the side. Those came out right around this time of the baby boom."
I'm fucking crying, dude.
And I'm gonna officially establish that as canon. That
Oh my God.
the release of those
yes.
coincided with the kind of huge upsurge in children in Austin.
In the
That's so
population
funny.
boom that grandma was talking about.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And that's why there are so many single mothers.
Yep.
Oh god.
Yep. None of it was faked.
9 to 10 years ago.
Yeah,
those
none of it was
series
fake.
movies came
Yeah, none of it
out.
was fake. They were all. It was all real.
Oh, I'm so dead, dude. That's so good. Hell yeah. Great game tonight, guys.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was really fun, and I look forward to next week.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, you guys have given me some interesting stuff to put in my notes for how to run this, or not run this, but how to continue with this particular output of this scenario.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Hell yeah. All right, guys. See you next
Good night,
week.
everybody.
Good
That
night.
was
Good
Ray.
night.
Good night,
See ya.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Good night.
bye-bye.